Hello, my beautiful words of love and light, and welcome to this energy reading. This week, I'm just like talking out of my ass. No, I'm not going to say that. Okay, that's okay. All right. Hello, my beautiful words of love and light, and welcome to this weekly reading. 1 second. Hello, my beautiful words of love and light, and welcome to this weekly energy reading from March 17th. No, March. Fuck. Oh my God, I need a vacation. All right, let's do this again. Hello, my beautiful words of love and light, and welcome to this weekly reading from May 7th. Oh my God. Oh my God, Sabrina, are you like drunk? Like, what is your problem? Okay. March, May, okay, fuck, okay, July, all right. March, May, oh my God. Anyway, hello, my beautiful, I totally forgot who I'm doing. Oh, hello, my beautiful words of love and light, and welcome to this energy reading from July 17th to the 23rd. So, my intention this week was to not really speak on because I think I'm all speaked out. That's not even a word, but whatever. I'm all talked out. But I will talk about certain things because that's me. I was called into writing about the number 17 because 17 is Monday of this week, and it's a big day for twin flames, but also it's a significant number, okay, for some people in their coding and their blueprint. Me specifically, I know that it is something, and I was thinking about it, like, if 17 is big for me, does it necessarily have to be big for someone else? And it's like, no. So everybody's blueprint has their own numbers. And that's why a lot of people will say, well, I keep seeing 148 everywhere. I keep seeing 333 everywhere. I keep seeing 96. What does that mean? And then they look it up. But I think I've talked about this already before, but I really truly believe it's like part of your blueprint. It's like your coding that you are, writing onto this grid plane. So do we necessarily need to really fully understand what these numbers are? Or, oh, this means that you're being protected. I mean, you're always being protected. You're always being talked to. You're always full of love. You know what I'm saying? So, oops, sorry about that. It's just like this, just being aware of it and saying, okay, this is part of that, and like moving on and not attaching to the number that's showing up. Like me too, oh my God, it's 17. And I'm like, oh, I think about all these things, and I was told that I have 17 soulmates, which means I have 17 lessons in my lifetime, in this current lifetime. I have 17, like, it means it's like my, the frequency level, like it's like could be very specific, but at the end it doesn't really change anything, right? And we attach to the numbers, and we attach to the signs, and we're attaching to everything, and it's time more and more to stop attaching and to really become the observers of our life, like to observe the 17 but without getting attached to it. That's what I'm saying to think. And there's like tons of triggers showing up. And I remember last weekend I was told to stay indoors by my higher self, and I was like, why? Because they're like, you're a trigger. You're gonna trigger a lot of people around you. And the next day I went out with a friend, and I completely triggered her, and I was like, wow, it really is something, right? The light that's coming in is making a lot of us uncomfortable, but in the uncomfortable, in the chaos, and in the uncomfortable, and in the storm, there's always the light, right? Like, there's always, like, I just feel like humanity is in a full resistance mode. And I spoke about this on Instagram, Facebook. Yesterday we had this mini tornado that like swept through our city. We're we're not a place to have tornadoes, so it was like, what the hell is going on? But I was like, this is just a reflection. This is a mirror of the collective that is just keeps holding on to the status quo. They keep holding on to their old limited belief systems. They keep holding on to all this crap, and it's like Mother Nature, the light workers, everyone is like, it's time for freaking change, and it's time to like let go. And it's like, whether you believe or not believe or whatever, it doesn't really matter to me, because to me, I know there's the change is here, and it's like being felt at the surface level, and that's why the surface level needs to collapse before us. So, and it's coming up within us too. We're feeling the chaos, like everything that I feel like everything is like magnifying, amplifying. If you feel like, for me, I have like a lot of self-judgment. It's coming up in like the 100th degree right now, and it's like, okay. And it's like for us to face it and forgive it and release it, and to look at all the moments in your life that you've been feeling like this, and not reject it, not like push it aside, and not say, yes, I've already worked through it all, and it's just like, be. Just be. We just need to be. Even me sometimes, I'm like, I stop analyzing, stop asking questions. Me too, sometimes I ask like, why? And they're like, stop asking, it's not important. Why do you need to know? And I'm like, that's my ego mind that needs to know what they're thinking, how I'm feeling, what I'm like. It's like, I don't know, it's human nature, I guess. And now it's just this point in our life where we're moving into higher timelines, we're moving into different frequencies, and it's like, let it all go. And I implore you to stop listening to the news, even though I don't listen to the news, but then they tell me everything, and I'm like, you're listening to you're putting your attention on this. Stop giving energy to the stories out there, because when you put the energy on the stories out there, the story remains alive within the grid. And it's like, if you remove yourself completely from that story, it doesn't even exist, and it's gone. It's like it doesn't exist, and it's just that. Anyways, so like I said, I don't want to talk too much today. I just feel like there is a little, it's like becoming more of the observer of yourself. Become the observer of what's triggering you, what's not triggering you. Like, I'm going to bring up an example. I went out with a friend of mine, a family member of mine, and she's like, and I have there's like a little bit of a conflict I have with another family member, and instead of like, and I admitted it, I said, yes, that is the issue, but I also am grateful for that family member, because I can look at that person and thank them for bringing up that which I don't like in that person within me, so I can work on me, and then I could just send compassion towards that person. So that's what's coming up a lot, right? Like, you noticing and you observing why you feel this way about this person, why you feel about, because it's really not about that person. It's always about you. And you clearing that vessel of yours. And everybody in your life, like, you think your mother and your father and your brother and your sister and all these people with these like labels, that they came into your life because your mother needs to be the one that nurtures you, your father needs to be the one that provides for you, your sister is supposed to be your best friend, your brother, like everyone thinks of, we have all these labels attached, and they're not really there for that. They're just there to bring up the ugly inside you. That's all they're there for. They're there to bring up all the stuck energies that you've had for millions of years, thousands of years, hundreds of years within you and out. And they're doing their job. And the ones that really like have hurt you really badly have done their best job. Right? So you're like, oh, wow, man. And that's the moment where we release ourselves from all of it. And we don't attach to it. And that's when we become the neutral light again. Not living in the polarities. We still do, because we're still living in this human world. And there's still going to be the polarity of good and evil, whatever. But the more and more you become more aware, is what it is I'm trying to say. Become more aware of what's going around. You're realizing, yeah, okay, I'm being insecure right now. Like, and laugh about it and say, oh, okay, I'm being angry right now. I'm being resentful. I'm being this. I'm being, okay. Like, why, Sabrina? Why am I, like, you know, like talking to yourself, figuring it out, and just walking away from it or stepping away from it and forgiving it, releasing it, and continuing, because it's going to come back up if it's not completely forgiven and released. That's the way it is, right? Until you're completely okay. Completely loving yourself. And I think that is the end all and be all, and we should all love ourselves. All right. So I'm going to leave it at today at this whatever minute mark, 12 minute, 13 minute mark. And let's get into the readings. And I also wanted to put a winner. So I'm going to come back because I'm going to input them in my thing. All right, 1 second. All right, I'm back. I'm going to pick a winner for this week's free reading. John of Sound is the winner. So you can send me a question and I will give you a free reading. And Cynthia De Gregorio is the second winner. So you guys know what to do. If you're watching this, I love you guys, all of you, and I will see you in your readings. Have a good week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Aries. We got the Wizard of Awareness as your overall energy. So the Wizard of Awareness to me looks like the magician with his wand in his hand, and he has these like 3 spirals, Fibonacci spirals behind him, which is eternity, which is life, like, you know. And I just feel like when I see this card, it's like you are the magician. You can create your own life. You're creating your own limited beliefs. You're creating your own boundaries. You're creating everything. You're allowing yourself to, you're like almost setting your own limitations by expecting things from other people instead of realizing that you're the wizard. You can make the changes that you need to make. You can create whatever it is that you need to do in your life, but you're allowing others around you to do that for you without realizing that you are this. Kind of simple and to the point, right? So we have the Chariot, which is a Cancer energy, but also 7, which is now this year, 2023. But Chariot is like moving into something new, is victory. It's like making a move. Queen of Cups is another Cancer energy. It's moving into your heart, moving into, let me look at them all before I make a 8 of Swords, the Fool card, the Knight of Wands, Sagittarius, and the King of Cups. We have the King and the Queen of Cups showing up with the Knight. And then these, will I do after? I'll do after. So here we have the King and the Queen showing up, the Fool energy. Like everything else is like really beautiful, and then the 8 of Swords is at the center, explaining to me that there is some kind of confusion that like the wizard is showing up, because you are again holding yourself bondage kind of thing within perhaps a relationship of love, or but mostly love, or with children, like you as the parent, them as the child, obviously, or like someone younger than you, someone older than you, doesn't matter. Like I just feel like there is this sort of there's definitely a relationship here, like a parental relationship, a romantic one, a child, parent-child one, a someone younger in your life, even a fling. There's like not only serious here, there's everything here. So basically your life, like, right? Like you, family, friends, whatever. And you're at a pivotal point in your life. I'm going to take this all apart here, where change needs to be made. The Fool card is an Aquarius energy, but the Fool is like taking a risk and making a move. And being very successful at this move. And being very freeing. And it's the exact right move that you need to make. Because you're confident about that move. And there's a part of you holding you back from that with the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords, if you see, she's being held by these, loosely held by this bondage, but it takes like a little slit and it's gone. So really you're just holding back because your ego is holding you back and making you stay in this relationship. Like I don't know if you listened to my intro, but it's like everybody in your life, like if you didn't look at everybody in your life, like I have to make an effort because she's my mother. I have to make an effort because she's my father. He's my father. I have to make an effort because they're my kids, instead of looking at them as complete separate entities. And that's the attachment that we have created here. We're attaching to their identity of what they mean in our life instead of what they really represent in your life. And that moment is a moment of freedom and liberation, because everyone, including the male courier or the woman down the street selling you fruits, has a purpose in your life. And just because they're your family, and just because they're your best friend, just because they're your romantic partner, doesn't give them more credibility than the fruit vendor. And that's where we are attaching ourselves to that. And it's time to let go of all of it. Let go of all this attachment you have to those people in your life that you expect them to be reacting or working in a certain way for you. Like, let it go. Let it all go. And just see where life takes you. The magician knows how to manipulate, and not in a bad way, his resources. So love yourself. Stop putting so much pressure on you to be in a relationship. Like, let's say like you're in a relationship and it's just like it's a disappointment after disappointment. Then why do we stay there? Like, I can change it, or I need to sacrifice, or they need to sacrifice. No, if they're not, then it's like walk away and do something else. And why do we have to fix things and repair things and be always in this state of like, I don't know, how do I feel? We're always in this, instead of being in the state of Fool, where it's like, okay, next, like, I'm not attaching to anything. So if that wants to happen, then cool, let's let that happen. If my daughter, my son, my friends, my partner doesn't want to respond to me, then let them be. But I'm going to continue living my life, because it's mine, and I'm going to continue doing the work. If they do not want to do the work, that's on them. Like, I can't be there to, you cannot, but I'm the mother, but I'm the wife, but I'm the husband, or I'm the partner, that's because we have all been programmed to follow the label, and this is what a wife does, and This is what a husband does, and this is what the mother does, and this is what the father does. It's time. You want to change the timelines, you want to jump the frequencies, you want to remain in the box, then these are the choices you make, but it's almost like it's time. It's time to leap. Gossamer Princess, communication, relationship work to be done. Hilarious. I'm like, no, we're not doing that relationship stuff. Cards to see what's going on here. Unleash your creativity. And rejection. It's interesting. Oh, it's 13. 12, 13, and this is 31. So it's interesting that the 13 and 31 showed up here. It's so interesting. Like, the rejection is like sticking out here because of what I've talked about. It's the feeling of you not wanting to make some moves in your life because everybody's fear is rejection from your partner, rejection from society, rejection from your friends, rejection from family. Rejection is like, oh no, I'm going against the norm. But it's not only about being like a rebel and things like that. It's really truly doing things that it's not following the rules. To me, the Fool is very pertinent here. It's like not following what the society tells you to do and how to be as a fill in the blanks kind of thing. Many of us do things because of this fear of being rejected by the whole, when the whole is in full compassion and love of you, even though it doesn't feel like that on the surface. And I like this, unleash your creativity. This goes out to people out there that are like, who are creative or are not, who don't think they are, and it's time to just do. To me, it's unleash your creativity. It means just to be. Be what you want to be. Be who you want to be. Speak your truth. Doesn't have to be mean. Like, be impeccable with your word. Stop taking things so personally. It's like the 4 agreements kind of thing. It's like stop playing in these games of like how you need to be. It's just a game. It's just part of the movie. Stop feeling like you need to be a certain way. Stop living in a facade, Aries. Stop pretending to be happy when you're not. Stop pretending to be angry when you're, stop. Just stop and just be you. Stop following the rules of how relationships should be and how everything else should be. There's like a relationship work to be done. Feels to me like you're, stop waiting for someone else to reach out to you. Go reach out to them. Go and ask them for like I don't know, what are we doing? What are we following? What rules are we following here? Why do we have to be a certain way and not be a certain way? And why are you accepting that person to treat you this way because they've been abused? Because who cares? Everybody's been. Nobody has the right to treat you that way. It's like having compassion for others is great, but having compassion for yourself is even greater. Because when you have compassion for yourself, then you don't allow others to bring you down. And you don't allow others to bring you down these paths of like rejection and validation and approval. I just feel like you're not being you completely. And there's a big part of you that's asking to just set yourself free. And when you do, like, success is yours. And when you do, this new lease on life is yours. And when you do, creativity is yours. When you do, like, everything is just going to fall into place. But some of you are holding on to the status quo and the norm and the blah, blah. And, like, this is the way it should be. Why isn't my son reaching out to me, or my daughter? Why is, like, because they're their own people. And just because you're like that doesn't mean that they're like that. And it's time to truly, like, that's compassion. That's love. Just letting things be. Putting no expectations on others. Putting no expectations on yourself. Just allowing things to flow. And I know it's challenging for people, but and not putting so much clout on the roles in your life. Anyways, I have a divine doors. I'm gonna give you an extra little message here. I really feel like it's really strong here to me. Change beckons. This is the door, by the way. Change beckons. The path is shifting. The road leads a new way. Do not be alarmed as change beckons today. I mean, come on, man. That's what I'm feeling. I feel like you are being asked to get out of your normal, Aries, which is like following the path. Continuously following the same path, full of expectation of self and others, and full of like, this is like shoulds and obligations. It's just releasing yourself from that. Like unleashing yourself. That was interesting. Okay. And like there's just a feeling of the only person holding you back is you. And you have forgotten the magician that's in you. We give too much strength and power to the people around us in their opinions of you, and how they treat you, and how like he is like this and she is doing this to me and this, and it's like that victim again. It's like, oh, they're doing this to me, where you're doing this to you. You're allowing them to do that to you when you're the power, and you just need to do you. Like, we are the whole, but we are the one. And it's like working on that one of you and releasing everybody is how we get to the whole again. But you attaching to your kids, your friends, your family, or how people should treat you and how people should respect you and how should people is keeping the web alive, keeping it very tight knit, and not creating a leeway into this new way. So there's a lot to think about right here for you guys, and I think I'm gonna be continuing like this because it's time for us to be accountable and stop holding on and stop attaching. And I'm giving this to you because I want to stop attaching too. Like, enough now. We need to stop attaching. You won't feel rejected anymore because you won't be attached to anything anymore. All right, this is where I leave you. I love you, Aries. Check your rising and your moon for other messages. Also, like, share, comment, subscribe. It helps with my channel. And if you want to super thanks me, that would be great. It's just a little donation that you can give me. Otherwise, leave a comment because I love them comments, and I'm giving a free one weekly again. All right. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Taurus. We got this beautiful energy of magic stream with the 18, which is a 9, just coming to the end of something. We have this beautiful waterfall with this lone tree on top, like hanging on the edge. Kind of interesting. There's a pelican. Pelican is patience. I feel like this is all about like a steady stream of consciousness, a steady stream of flow of abundance. I feel like things are working out for you, and if they're not, it's because you're too much in your mind and you're not allowing things to flow. It's like the magic stream is here. It's been here for the past few months. And if you're still here and you're like, oh, it's not working, Sabrina, I'm in the poorhouse, it's because you're not allowing the flow. You're not letting it go. and letting it flow kind of thing. You're just holding on to what I'm saying, or you're holding on to this ideology in your head that it should be this way, instead of just trusting the flow of life and just trusting. Like, you see the way this tree here is at the edge and it hasn't fallen, right? Because it's trusting that the waterfall or this mountain is taking care of him or her, whatever. It's trusting the flow of life. And this is the way God created me. I'm supposed to be leaning off this cascade of water. And so be it, I trust it. And my roots are going to be set really deep into this. You know, I feel like when I see this card, I know things are great for Taurus. They've been. But, you know, Taurus has reached out to me. They're like, well, they're not as great as the cards are saying. It's because you're not trusting. Right? It's like, doesn't mean when I say like this week it's going to be money coming in. It could be money coming in the next few weeks, but you just have to trust the plan. Just trust that it's coming, however way it's going to show up. Because money doesn't mean it's $1 million that you win in a lottery. Money could be that your rent is paid off, or that you got a bonus, and that a bonus has been decided that you're going to get it by the end of the year, kind of thing. It's just like, it's the way we envision things may not be the way the plan is set up for you. So Magic Stream feels really good to me. We have the King of Earth, which is Taurus, which is King of Pentacles. So that already speaks of stability, financial stability. Maybe this is an important job or important role that you're getting in your life, or it could be someone in your life. Maybe you've met someone who has money, is helping you out, or someone around you that is like a mentor that's helping you with your finances, or just like maybe you're thinking of selling or buying a home. Just like a little bit of stability here. Wow. And the Ace of Cups. Maybe that's someone new coming in. Oh my God. Lovers. Definitely. Let me just turn these cards over. 9 of Cups. Freaking happiness, man. Wow. What cards you got. Boom. I forgot about this. The Devil. Interesting. And the Chariot. Glimpse is indigo, rainbow, crystal children, and beyond. That's your galactic self, your cosmic self. The story keeper, tell your story, legacy, write your wisdom. And home. I mean, it's funny because the King of Earth, I just said you might be selling a home. The Chariot is moving home. There could be something with your home, like some of you are either selling, buying, or thinking of changing your residence, changing where you live right now, traveling, looking for a vacation home, looking for another, like a cottage, a chalet or something. It's nice. I like it, actually. To me, the Devil is showing up here as, because if I look before the Devil, if I look at all this, Lovers, a new love, new beginning, new baby, maybe new family here. 9 of Cups is happiness, fulfillment, reward. If you're single, you might be meeting someone new coming into your life, or a new love of self, right? If you are with somebody, that could be the same thing, could be like a new path you're taking with your partner, but also self-love. Ace of Cups, I kind of always feel like that is, but this is a choice card as well. I mean, it looks really good if you're single, like the King of Earth, someone that's coming in with, who's financially stable, who's gonna maybe help you it helps the situation, helps the magic flow to happen, kind of. It, like, I don't know, there's like a different, there could be someone coming in to invest in something that you love, like a project that you're working on. The devil is interesting to me because the devil is like, just be careful of the intention of this King of Pentacles in your life. Is it it could be lust, could be like sexually you're like very compatible together, which is a good thing, I guess. But there's this feeling of materialism that's showing up with the devil, or maybe like a facade. Like a shadow energy showing up, that the Chariot is underneath, that you might, like, everything it looks really good on paper, like story keeper, writer. Everything looks good on paper, but be careful. So this is like to the single people, or even people within the relationships, that if you're feeling a bit off about something, the devil to me is showing that, because the devil's like kind of the future card, is showing me that maybe it's worth looking into that nudge and that intuition, because the Chariot speaks of making a move. The Chariot speaks of like victory as well, but like taking those horses and getting the F out kind of thing, right? But you know, the devil is such a interesting card because it could feel, it usually feels ugly for me, but in this case I feel like it's uncomfortably beautiful, right? It's like it's showing up at an opportune time in your life, Taurus, that things are going really well. Things like you're like a bond, a new bond within the relationship, or a new lover coming in. There could be children, a family growing. There's like your investment is growing, your money portfolio, things are doing well. But then there's this devil energy, which is your self-sabotage. You know, your no, this can't happen. This is like, it's too good to be true kind of thing. It can't happen. No. This like self-hate, this denial, you know, this part of you that is bigger than you, that's coming up, and the ego is like, no, you're not worthy. You can't do this. No. Like, it's like the no. Showing up in like a really big way, which is kind of nice. And the Chariot is the Cancer. The devil is the Capricorn energy. Look, this is like Taurus, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Gemini, Capricorn, and Cancer showing up. So it could be relevant to you. It doesn't have to be. But this is almost like you saying, okay, I see you. I see you judgment. I see you rejection. I see you self-sabotage. I see you ego. And I appreciate you for coming up and showing me this and coming up within my vessel. But I believe in love, and I want this love to happen, and and changing it around. And I'm going to allow the money to come in, and I'm going to allow this to happen. But thank you, thank you to the devil for bringing it up. Because maybe that devil is continuously bringing it up because you haven't dealt with it yet. And that's why there's always an interruption of abundance, an interruption of love. And maybe that's why there's always like you taking wrong paths all the time, because you're always berating yourself for going down this path. You're always like, oh, my fucking ego won again, or this happened to me again, and I'm such an idiot, I'm a loser, and then you allow this to like take over, instead of saying, okay, yeah, I hated myself. Oh yeah, I'm ugly, I'm this. But you know what? Take a step back and say, okay, no ego. Thank you for bringing it up, because obviously I am feeling it, and I'm going to work through it on my own. Be grateful to the devil inside you. That for me, that's how I've worked with my ego. Is like, as soon as I hear it or see it, whatever, I feel it, I'm like, no, thank you, but you got to go now. And you break down the ego that way. You break down the devil that way. And remember, the devil is your strength as well. It's what kept you surviving and alive, like, for such a long time. So we cannot, like, demonize the devil, which is your shadow, which is everyone thinks it's your weakness, but for me, it's your freaking strength. There's big moves coming your way. When it comes to love, when it comes to a home, when it comes to you discovering the light that you are inside, and you discovering that as soon as you sabotage yourself, as soon as you hate yourself, as soon as you judge yourself, you give your power away to the person, to the collective, to wherever. And it's like, you're not, you are this. You are light. You're an indigo, a crystal, a rainbow. Doesn't matter the labels. You're a freaking warrior of light. And it's like, it's you know, I consider myself a warrior of light, but I'm also human, and I'm also going through all of it too. And it's all coming up for me too. And I'm like facing it on a daily, if not every hour, right? You're like always like, oh, okay. But I'm like, the more you are grateful for the devil, the more it loses its power. And the story keeper is interesting because I'm a writer. I'm just publishing my book soon. So some of you feel like you need to write. Maybe are you writers too? Because I've been writing journals or diaries since I'm like 13. So I don't know if you guys are also like a form of maybe a recorder or something. You feel like you need to do that. Maybe there's some of you out there that feel like you need to write a book or a script or whatever. Then do it. What are you waiting for? Just write, speak, sing, dance. Like, I feel like there's this, or speak it. Tell your story. Stop hiding, Taurus. Stop hiding behind some curtain. It's like also speaking your truth. I get like really interesting comments whenever I say speak your truth, and then it's like, well, your truth, what is your truth? It's you. Just speak it. Like, if you're feeling angry at the moment and someone asks you, how are you doing? You don't say I'm fine. You say I'm freaking angry. I'm working through it. It's all good. You know, like, let's go. Let's move forward. We don't do that enough. We're just always hiding. It's out of respect for others. No, man. I just feel like there's part of you that needs to just be you and real and love who you want to love and share it. Do what you want to do with your money, but really love the devil inside. It's kind of interesting. I love it. And it's like, because if you are light, then you are dark. And that's it. There's no like separation. You are light, you are dark. There's no polarity. It's just the 3D world that we live in that creates that polarity. You are good, then you're evil. And it's accepting that fact about yourself. And you're like, okay, I can work with that, right? If I'm white, then I'm black. Same shit. It's just like your perception. And that's how we move into this neutrality. For me, there's things, I feel like some of you, like if we go into a more linear way of looking, I think that a lot of you might be meeting someone interesting, new. It could also be you're meeting a financial investor, advisor, and who's going to help you move into a new home. Or you might get proposals, a marriage, maybe a rebonding kind of thing, renewal of vows, whatever. It feels really good to me. There is a very heavy, but not heavy, like liberating energy showing up here with the devil. It's like uncovering that you are the light and the dark is your power as well. And it's time to be honest with yourself. Some of you want to move. Some of you want to buy a house. Some of you want to rent. Whatever it is, do it. It's like, just do it. What are we waiting for? The magic is here for you. So I'm going to give you one last message. This is your door, divine door. Forgive and forget. A ritual cleansing of pain and lies. Arise and awaken. See a new sunrise. All right. Forgive and forget. So maybe there is something with this devil here. It's like you're holding on to a dream that you once had, and someone has come in your life and has taken away that dream from you. Nobody takes anything away from you. You take away from yourself. Like, that's where the change of mindset comes in. No one has done anything to you. No one is to blame, to shame for anything that's happened to you, because ultimately you made the choice to remain in that situation. And you are the angel and the devil. And it's time to stand up and do and shine your light and shine your darkness. Forgive and forget. Not forget, but forgive and release. And speak up. Yeah, there is definitely a move happening here. Something like doesn't have to be a physical move. It could be an energetic move. Like, it could be like you moving into a new relationship, you moving into a friendship, or you moving into like some change is happening that's going to open up your heart, which involves the devil, which I kind of like it. Could involve a Capricorn, perhaps, but it's also, it's like it's bringing up an ugly within you that's actually really beautiful. It's like bringing up the dark that's in you that's actually the light. So this is your very philosophical reading for the week. As you can see, I am a bit like that, in that mindset. So I hope this helped you. If not, check your rising and your moon for other messages, and also like, share, comment, subscribe, and super thanks me if you can. I love you, Taurus, and I'll see you next week. Hello, my beautiful Gemini. We got Storm Fields, number 9. I love this card. You know why? Because I really feel like the whole world is in this right now, the storm field. And it's showing up for you because you're at the one of the last legs of your journey. Like, kind of in a situation that you are right now. Perhaps some of you are feeling like it's time for you to move on from something, and it's like you've been holding on to it a little bit too long, and it's like the storm is here. It's asking you to finally release. It's like this chaos that you've been holding on to. Even you've been holding on to the chaos. Maybe it's that broken relationship. Maybe it's that job you can't stand. Maybe it's that friendship that's like it's over, like it's done with, right? Maybe it's that relationship with your family that it's like it's like there's something that you need to break free from, and it's like a hurricane that's building up within you. And instead of looking at that hurricane saying, oh my God, I'm so afraid, look at that hurricane and say, yes, bring it freaking on, because I need to detach. I need to release myself from this. I don't want to have any more, shackles. I don't want to feel shackled to a relationship. And like, it's something like I told Aries, like we have these ideation of how people play roles in our life, like, the mother, the father, or whatever. But they're really just there as a role to awaken you into the storm. So like, there's nothing for you to hold on to. Like, an expectation you have on a relationship of anybody in your life is you creating that for yourself. I mean, it's programming, right? This is how a relationship should be. He should be listening to you. She should be doing this to you. Where are we living here? Like, why are we creating? We're creating our own boxes by creating how this person needs to be with me. This is how he needs to react, and this is how I need to react. Why? No, it's enough. It's time for the storm to build. It's time for the storm to build, to move you and shake you out of these like limitations. So I'm kind of liking this energy for you and for me. So let's see what's going on. The King of Swords, which is Aquarius, which is this freaking shakeup, revolutionary. The King of Swords is one of those kings that doesn't give a flying F how you're feeling about anything, because they're too busy like changing the world. They're too busy paving the way for everyone else to get waken up into something. But this could also be if we take it in a more linear ways, like medical, could be doctors or lawyers or judge. So that could be something happening in your life. But let's just look. The Ace of Swords, which is Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Is communication, is finding a way, like getting clear about something. The Moon card, it's Pisces energy. Again, like this interesting hiding, secrecy, falling deep into your emotions. Nine of Coins, independence. The Fool card, Aquarius. And the Chariot. A change is necessary for you, Gemini, like a big one. Like a lot of you, okay, let me turn these over. Once was innocent. Knowledge means change. Interesting. Beauty's truth. Beauty, physical pleasure, sensuality. And wild. Nice. There's a feeling here when I look at all these cards that some of you are, yeah, it's just so clear to me. It's like some of you are holding on to this status quo, kind of this the facade, putting attention on your beauty and how you look and your body and your fit and like your sex life and your materialism, your house, your relation, like the outside external world, the money, your finances, your career, the box world. And the Moon is like you're hiding, some of you are hiding behind that. Interesting. Not everybody, not every Gemini here is this. Like I don't feel like it's every Gemini. There's some of you that are thinking way too much. Right? Some of you are just trying to make sense of the storm. You're trying to make sense of things and instead of just allowing things to be. So I have like different kind of energies showing up here. There's like a lot of you holding on so fucking tightly to the facade of life. Everything is great. Everything is great. I have a big house. I am like super fit. I look beautiful. I have designer clothes. Everything is like amazing. I'm traveling to here. I'm like all the Instagram. I look great. Everything is great. And there's some of you that are like pushing for the change, right? You're moving towards the change. You're trying to like, but you're overthinking it. You're like, so both of you that are here, this is very different, and I love it because the Gemini is that twins, two different but the same, are creating a freaking shitstorm within yourself. Because it doesn't matter. You see how the way I'm explaining to you is because I wanted you to understand that it doesn't matter what you are doing on the outside or the inside or whatever. It doesn't matter how you're approaching certain things. If you do it in a very a linear way, and if the other one does it in a more energetic way, whatever it is, the shitstorm is still here. The fact of the matter is that you are in a process of massive freaking change. Massive. And it's time to let go. Let go of the external, let go of the internal, let go of it all. Let it all come up. The moon is like, this is the uncovering of all that deep-seated emotion that's within you. It's all coming up. Some of you want to just analyze the shit out of it, or want to like, oh my God, why is that in critical thinking? And the other side doesn't even want to look at it. They just want to cover it up with like a vacation and with a really beautiful home and a really amazing restaurant. So that there's these two sides of you, Gemini, that are like, you know, on this side and this side and whatever, and the path is the storm is like, I don't care where you are. I'm still coming through. So let it go. Let it go. Let go of everything. Let go of all that knowledge that's in your mind. Let go of all that thought patterns. Let go of all the ideations you have of how people should be with you in a relationship, how your parents should be, how your friends should be, how your sisters, whatever, all of it. Let it all go. Let it go how people should be with you. Like, you know, just let it go. To me, it's like so clear as day. It's clear through this clutter. Look at this like freaking amazing imagery. It's like this freaking sword of truth. And this is all like, all these like lies that you've been telling yourself about certain people, about yourself, all these like emotions that you've been keeping buried inside because you don't want to show people that you care. You don't want to show people that you are like a mess. You don't, like, let it fucking go, Gemini. Who cares what anyone else thinks about you? Who cares? I feel like that is the storm for you. You are being asked to just bare yourself to yourself, which is bare yourself to the divine, to the source, to your light. Bare yourself to the people in your life that you keep holding on to. You're giving a facade. Like, why do we care what other people think about us? Why do we care about, like, I don't know. There's just this like feeling of rewilding yourself, like getting back to your true nature. That is uncomfortable as F for many people, but for yourself too, apparently, because you're like still resisting yourself. You're resisting the change that's coming. Some of you are holding on to a status quo. Some of you are holding on to how things used to be. You're holding on to what people should see of yourself. You're holding on to that relationship that I had with her and him, and I need to like bring it back to where it was. And it's like, no, you don't. Why do we want to go back? No, it's done. It's finished. We're moving forward. And it's a new relationship. Even if it's your mom and your dad, your brother, your sister, your partner, friend. Whatever happened before, yesterday and beyond, is over. It's done. Stop attaching to it. Let's move. You know, there's a part of us that you want to, like, well, we need to go back and we need to, like, I truly believe in that too. Like, yes, we do have to go back and say, okay, why Why am I feeling this when I go back and, oh, maybe at 7 years old, my mom did this to me. I felt like this. Okay, forgive, I release it. Bye-bye. I'm not going to bring it up again. Because it's a story, an old story. Like, that's why I feel like the Fool and the Chariot are here. It's time to make a move for you. If the move means jumping into the storm, jumping onto that path right in front of the storm, so be it. Do it. Stop avoiding the storm. The storm is going to get you wherever you are. You can't hide. You can't hide anymore. You're light. You're going to shine. You're going to trigger yourself and you're going to trigger others. And others are going to trigger you. And there's more light around you that's going to trigger you into that storm. I feel like this is showing up, Gemini, because there's a last bit of you that you're holding on to this facade of life. And it's just not working really for you. You're trying to follow some sort of path of least resistance. And the cards are like, you got to go right into the resistance. You know, we are like, go to the road less traveled, right? Go to it. Like, I don't see you ever having to worry about anything, because to me it feels like you're abundant, you're going to be in healthy relationship. I mean, because it's going to happen regardless. Like, but you're like, well, I'm in the storm right now. You're in the storm right now because you're resisting it. And you're holding on to some freaking ideation of how a relationship should look like, how my family should look like, how my friends should look like, how this should be, this, that. And it's like, let it all go. Just be you. And if people fall away from you, then allow them to fall away from you. And if people are attracted to you, allow them to be attracted to you, or whatever it is, but just allow things to be and flow as they go. I just feel like we're so hung up on these labels and these identities of people. And the Fool is like, nope, it's time to freaking make a move. Just go. Just free yourself, Gemini. And jump into the storm. Please. Don't go around the storm. I'm telling you right now, people. You freaking avoiding the storm or going around the storm is useless. Because the storm will find you. Because that's the way this works. If you cannot withstand the storm, it will find you anyways, regardless, over and over again. And this whole journey is about us standing in the storm as the car and the house and all of it is churling around us. The work, the relationship, everything is like was picked up and whirling around us, and us standing there saying, we got this. I understand now. I'm just going to be the observer of this all. Everybody else can put their expectations on me, but I have no more expectations on how the relationship should be, how this should be, how they should react to me, Enough. And see yourself walk right through this freaking storm. Head held high. Stop holding on to an ideal of how things should be in your head. That's your ego keeping you there. I should be loaded by now. I'm 40 years old. I should have I should be with someone with money. I should have money. Like, why? Who said that? The media? Like, enough. Like, let go of it all. The facade for me, the beauty is truth, beauty, physical pleasure, it's all facade to me. It's just like, You getting wild again is you going back to your true essence. And the divine source energy wants to bring you back to that again. It's like asking you, let's go. Let's make the fucking move, Gemini. Stop being so comfortable. Stop living in that world, the surface world. It's not for you. So if some of you feel like you're in a freaking tourbillon or like a freaking like whirlwind, embrace it and know that it's like just carrying you into something much more authentic than where you are right now. Get clear. I feel like there's could be an Aquarius around you that's helping you. There also could be a helping you, and it could be Aquarius helping you in like the most uncomfortable way possible. And there's a Pisces perhaps that's helping you too, getting really uncomfortable with your emotions. I love it. You're like, fuck you. I'm like, I know. But there's just this feeling of you, like you're surrounded by air, water, earth, you know, water, air again. There's just like, there's no fire at all here. So if those people are your triggers, then it's time to be grateful for them, because you are being asked to stand in the storm and move through it. So we have one last message for beautiful Gemini. We have this. Passages. Spiritual signs of inclination. You're walking through passages of your transformation. I mean, I can't, that's amazing. Exactly. You are moving through it. And if these passages feel very rocky and tumultuous and chaotic, love them for what they are. Release all expectation, release all rules of how things should look. Take back your power, my beautiful Gemini, because as you move through this storm, you're going to need it. But you're not alone in this. All right. This is the massage. I hope this made sense. To me, it makes sense. Check your rising and your moon for other messages. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and super thanks me if you can. These are deep. But I feel like as the energies move, so do we. So we're moving into some higher frequency timelines that's requiring massive, massive release. And it's time to get ready for it. I love you, and I will see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Cancer. Happy birthday to the last week of Cancers. We have flying. Flying high. We have this beautiful, almost carousel horse, you know, from like a circus or oh my god, amusement park, with like wings, flying in the air over this what do you call that? Crop circle kind of thing. And it's this fantastical imagery here showing us like that you are this fantastical being, and it's time to start living life that way instead of living so by the book. Like fly, soar, like like let yourself go, let yourself be, like enjoy life. What are you doing? Are you like holding on to your job, and you're holding on to what people think about you, and you're holding on to like all these expectations, and you're holding on to, and it's just like, fuck it and fly. Like it's like a feeling of freedom. I love it. I love it for you, Cancer, because you do have like a people-pleasing part of you that holds you back from doing things freely. So we have the Two of Pentacles, which is a choice. You're at a crossroads. You're deciding between two things. The Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is usually a lot of at the end of carrying so much anxiety, at the end of carrying so much grief with you, at the end of like holding on. So I kind of like it. The Page of Cups is new love for self, change, transformation, death. Love it. Seven of Cups, I like it even more. There's 7 opportunities, 7 choices, lots of daydreaming, being encouraged for you. And it's so interesting. There's so much, oh my, blue, like air, water, 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 but there's fire. And this is fire. This is Wheel of Fortune, which is Sagittarius. Death is Scorpio. It's water, that, not fire. Yeah, water, 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 air, earth, fire. The Golden Gift, magical help is on its way. You're being guided. There's something beautiful happening here. Procrastination, very Cancer, showing up, okay. And have faith. Loving it. What is going on here, Cancer? I feel like you're at a precipice. You want to make a change in your life when it comes to your relationships, whether it's like a partner, romantic, friends, family. But it's like a release. I really feel it like you're wanting to make a final cut. Not a final cut, but like saying a goodbye to someone with with whatever relationship I've just talked about. It could even be a work thing, and it's you're weighing it right now. You're like, okay, you don't want to do it because that part of you that wants to hold on and wants to be the good person and doesn't want to be like the bad, and wants to have everyone love her or him, and you're holding on, and it's like, no, the cards are like, just do it, Scorpio. Scorpio. I was thinking about it. Cancer. It's like, just you're in a. It's like, stop procrastinating. Stop thinking about how others are going to see you. Stop thinking how others are going to feel, or if they do this, then they're going to think I'm a really bad person. If they who cares? It's almost like we're at a place in our lives right now where if you're holding on to people and you're attaching to how people feel about you, then you're not where you need to be, and you're giving your power away. You're not even really realizing that you have power. You're not even realizing that you have this ability to just be magical. And you're not being yourself, is what I'm seeing, Cancer. I feel like some of you are by you not being authentic to yourself, by you not completely trusting your instincts, completely following the inner guidance, you're just living on the surface because everyone else thinks you're such a great person, or everyone's like, oh, okay, she's amazing, or oh, you're keeping the peace within the family, you're keeping the peace within your friends, you're keeping the peace just so that you don't have to deal. But it's like, no, change is here. Change is very necessary right now in your life. It's almost part of your plan. This is destiny. This is the karmic cycle. This is where you're at right now. It's like there's so much opportunity. 7 of Cups showing up. Look at all these different options. There's different ways of doing something, different choices. They're all showing up for you. It's like the divine is giving you a whole bunch of different opportunities to take, different paths to take. And some of you are freaking resisting. You're resisting this change because you want to stay in the same. You don't want to ruffle too many feathers. You're like, no, because if I do, then, you know, they might not like me anymore. If when I do, that this might happen, and it doesn't matter. If I do, then my mother, my father, my partner, my sister, my brother, it's going to like cause a little bit of turmoil. It's going to be very uncomfortable. And it's like, it doesn't matter. Page of Cups to me is that innocence, that idealism, the naivety, is to go back there again. The purity of soul. Go back to that feeling of pureness, of like not knowing, not putting any expectations on people. Children don't put expectations on people because they just are. It's just doing that and like seeing how life just flows for you again. I really feel like this golden gift, like it's like magical help is on its way, but you are the magic, right? You are the help. Like, just listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. Have faith in your choices. Have faith in these crossroads that you're at. Have faith in the choice that you make that's good for you. Doesn't matter how it affects other people. Everyone else always going to have a freaking opinion anyways. Everyone always has a way, oh, this is not right for me. And it doesn't matter because it's right for you. And that's what matters. And if that person's going to hate you for it, then probably not the best person to have in your life, right? So they're going to judge you for it. But if they're judging you, it's because you're judging yourself. And that's all the mirrors that is in our life showing up. I feel like there's something... Like, I feel like there's like a lot of change that needs to happen right now for you. And it's like changes that have been coming up for a while now. And it's like time. What are you doing, Cancer? You're like... It could be change even within your job. Like you want to make a change and you're like, oh, well, you know, it's good money. And it's like, but go for the thing that you love. If you were 7 years old, what would you go for? And they're like, that's really idealistic, Sabrina. I don't want to, if I would be 7, I would be a fireman. So go for it. I don't know why you're waiting. Why are everyone so fair? Well, I'm 50 years old. So what? So what? It's like, why? What's with the limitations? I feel like it's enough. I think it's enough. It's just enough with this limiting yourself to what you think you can do, and that's it. The world is full of possibilities to me. Everything. There's so much to do. There's so much out there. Live life. You're moving into something very karmic right now. Like, I don't believe in karma anymore. It's finished. But like, destiny is at it's here, and it's time to like listen. It's time to listen to your heart and not others. It's time to be that child again. You know, like when you have to come up with a decision, ask yourself, like, let me go back to when I was 7 years old. At 7 years old, I would say, yeah, let's do this. Or at 7, I would have been, no, I don't want to do this, kind of thing, right? Follow the 7-year-old within you. I almost feel like it's like nice with this. Like, you know, follow that 7-year-old that would have jumped on this carousel and would have like, live life fullest. This week, I need you to be that 7-year-old. Oh, come on. Fucking annoying, man. Love and light. All right. Let's see, one final message for you, Cancer. Okay, I'm gonna wait for it. Okay, I feel like this came out for somebody. Gemini, perhaps? Anyways. Forgive and forget. A ritual cleansing of pain and lies. Arise and awaken. See a new sunrise. So interesting that that's showing up for you, and that's probably something that you need to forgive yourself for always choosing the path that someone else would have wanted you to choose instead of the path that you would have wanted to choose, right? And release it and move forward. Forgive the people around you that feel like they need to like control your life, but no, you're now like moving in a way of complete innocence, purity of soul. Do you? Fucking Cancer, this is like so amazing to me because I feel like it's time for you to just be you and make the choices that resonate within your heart regardless of how others feel. This is your life. Be the magic that you are. Have faith in yourself. All right, this is your message of the week. I hope this resonated with you. If not, check your rising and your moon. Also, like, share, comment, subscribe, and super thanks me if you can. All right, my beautifuls, I will see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Leo. We got cleaning house. So there's an image of a person, interesting, body, and her legs are like brooms, or sweet, like, yeah, brooms. Anyways, and there's a cat, and yeah, it's very, like, if you look at this, it's a house. Untidy house, and that's that feeling. 37 is 10 is a new beginning. So what's happening here for you, Leo? Cleaning house means going, doing a spring cleaning, winter cleaning, whatever it is. It's like going through your life and almost in a way like nitpicking, opening the drawers and seeing what is it that I need to keep in my life, what is I need to get rid of, right? What, like, maybe it's a full-on cleaning of your clothes that you need to do, right? Get rid of, or like get back to minimalism in your life, or just people. Am I should be holding on to this relationship? All right, so I was interrupted, so I don't know where I left off, but I'm gonna just continue. I feel like you're at a place where you are literally cleaning house with people, with jobs, with everything. Like, you're getting rid of the clutter in your life. It's time, right? It's like all the loose ends. Whatever makes you feel like shit in your life, whatever is making you feel down, whoever is making you feel like this, done, out, moving up forward. No reason to be feeling down anymore. No reason to be feeling off. Why? Why are you even subjecting yourself to that? What part of your house needs to be free of that energy? It could also be physical within the house. Maybe you need to feng shui your house. Maybe you need like to make a change. Maybe you need to move house. Maybe you need to move into your own space. Like, there's a lot of factors here, but it's like, Leo, what it is that you need to clear some energy. So let's see. We have patience. We have Temperance card, which is Sagittarius. Just finding that balance, right? Finding that balance with everything in your life, the people in your life, the jobs, the whatever, like finding that perfect balance. Queen of Cups is Cancer. Ace of Wands, it's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Something new, new opportunities, bringing that into your life. The Four of Coins is like financial security, investing, finding a way to put your money away somewhere. Ten of Wands in reverse, releasing yourself from, that's a Sagittarius energy again, Saggy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So that's important. So a lot of fire showing up here is like releasing yourself from responsibilities, other people's responsibilities. And the Nine of Pentacles is independence. I almost feel like some of you here are having to make a move outside of a living arrangement that you have right now. So whether you're living with other people, whether you're living with a partner, whether you're living alone, maybe you're needing to move into some kind of different arrangements. Far, far away is the card. Creative daydreaming. I kind of like it. And pay attention to signs. Number 10, which is 37, is a 10. 10, you know? Ace, 10, 9. Everything is like coming to an end and starting something new. So that's why I say, well, the Ace of Wands definitely speaks of that, right? It's like a new opportunity, new path opening up, something completely, whether it's a new job with the Four of Pentacles, whether it's a new way of making money, of like an investing money, a clearing out, like perhaps taking your money out of certain investments and putting them into another portfolio kind of energy could also be that. Or maybe you have loans, like taking back all your money, right? Like cutting the ties, getting fully independent again, cutting the ties. Like maybe you owe a lot of money to somebody and finding a way around it. Like maybe you don't have the money to give it back, but put yourself on a plan, get the frick out of a situation. Like, to me, there could be a mother energy or a woman involved here. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Doesn't have to be. It could be just like someone around you that spiritually help you through this. Because you're, it's almost like I don't know, like if this is for somebody, but it feels like far, far away to me. This is like about daydreaming, but from what I just said, like some of you need to move far, far away from someone here. Someone in your life. It could be even like the actual Queen of Cups, this mother energy that could be controlling in a way, right? But there's this definitely like release. New things are coming your way, Aries, Leo, and it involves a raise, it involves a new department, money. But the only way that this new will come in is if you actually make some really pivotal moves in your life, which is releasing yourself from some kind of heavy weight. Like someone holding something over you. Someone has, like you're invested with somebody in something and you need to break free from it. Change your house, move your, like you need to find a way to be independent again. I kind of like the creative daydreaming because it's like, yeah, maybe you need to get a little creative in the way you see your life unfolding. You know, it's like all about the visions. It's like coming up with something new. Go far, far away in your mind and watch it come true kind of thing. People are just, you're just daydreaming. Daydreaming is everything because that's dreaming your new dream. Pay attention to signs to me is like more than just like pay attention to the owl and the feather that falls in front of you. It's more like pay attention to the signs of people in your life. What are they saying? By not saying, they don't have to speak to say something. Some people just, it's like in their expression or in what their actions around you that says something to you, right? If there's someone that is like helicoptering you or loving you, like showing you all the love, but you're feeling trapped, that's a sign, right? That it's time for you to go. I almost have this like this Queen of Cups to me is showing up a little bit like a guilty mama, right? Like someone like giving you guilt about situations in your life, and you're like, and the cards are saying have patience, like be patient, but at the same time cut the cord. At the same time, it's time for you to claim your independence again. It's time to luxuriate in your life again. It's time for you to do whatever the hell you want to do. And this could be in like a relationship. It could also be at work. Like if there's someone that you need to let go, if there's someone you need to walk away from in the department, if there's something like, don't allow anyone to crowd your energy. For me, there's something amazing coming your way, and you have to be ready to receive it. And the only way to be ready to receive it is to be able to release expectations, but also release people in your life that are cluttering your home. Because I always think of our vessel as a home. Let's say we're a house, and there's rooms in our body, right? And some of you are holding on, and like you're getting crowded in the heart room, right? Or there's crowded in the sacral room, right? And you're just doing one thing, and it's like, clear it all up. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty here, Leo. Clear all that you're holding on to, all the I feel like you're holding on to some really weighty burdens, this like responsibilities that maybe not even your own, but you're carrying it for other people, kind of thing. And it's time to let go and watch as the money flows in, and watch as these opportunities take flight in your life. It's like this release that you need to release these people. That's what this cleaning the house is. These people's there's people who have expectations of you, because you know, people who have expectations of you is because they have their own expectation of themselves, right? And they can't fulfill it, so they just lay it on you. Like, so that's why it's like, just let it go. You release yourself from these rooms. It's time to claim your sovereignty, and it's time to claim your independence, Leo. Like, dream the dream, move far away, like go far away in your mind if you have to. Like, pay attention to the signs, in the sense like pay attention to how people treat you, how you feel, what your gut is saying. There's just a lot of things happening here. Tap into your spirituality. You just tap into your knowing. And spirituality, like, it's like tap into your knowing. Okay, so what is the message for you, my beautiful Leos? We have these beautiful green barn doors. A note on love. Seek different seasons and enter into the unknown. When love is the focus, foundation, and goal, blessed is the body, mind, and soul. I mean, here, you can see this. You can take a screenshot if you want. A note on, like, I mean, love yourself. Like, to me, it's more of, I truly see, like, just something presenting itself to you, Leo, and has been probably for a while. And there could be like a maternal figure around you that is holding you back from taking this opportunity, but at the same time someone encouraging you to. So it depends on where you are in your life, but there's definitely you carrying other people's burdens and other people's responsibility, other people's issues, and it's time to release it. It's not your issue. Like, you have enough of your own, right? So you stop carrying other people, like how other people want you to be in life, and how others want to see you, and how others want to expect you to be. It's not your problem. Let it go. It's like the Nine of Pentacles, like, it's just time to be you. dream your new dream. So something is coming towards you, and a lot of you might not see it until you release yourself from these shackles I feel like you have. All right, this is a message for you, Leo. I don't know if I wished any of you happy birthday, but I feel like there's like a cusp here. So happy birthday cusp, Leo. And I will see you next week. Check your rising and your moon for the messages. Also like, share, comment, subscribe, and super thanks me if you can. All right, bye. Hello, my beautiful Virgo. We got listening. 53-8, which is interesting because 8 is the month of August. So listening to me is really clear. Listen to your body, listen to your mind, listen to your soul. Let's ixnay the mind, because the mind is ego. Listen to your soul, listen to your heart, and listen to your body, right? But in a quiet way. Get quiet, Virgo. Stop thinking, stop analyzing, stop asking questions, stop wondering how are you going to do this, what are you going to do this, stop giving advice to other people. Just stop for this week or this month. Give it a rest. Like, you know, it's like, why do we always have to be thinking? First of all, is start listening. Listen to the birds, listen to nature, listen to the people around you. How do they make you feel without saying anything? You know, don't respond. Just listen. See how things change around you when you just listen and you don't talk. I'm not saying don't talk, but like, sometimes it's nice not to hear the sound of your voice. Sometimes it's nice to be quiet. And being quiet helps you observe more. So be wise like this elephant. Messenger of air is the Knight of Swords, which is a Gemini energy. The Four of Swords, Libra, but it's like Knight of Swords and the Four of Swords, completely different energy. The Knight of Swords is like go traveling, make a move, and the Four of Swords is like take a chill pill. So Page of Wands, new opportunity coming in. The Four of Cups, again this feeling of not being good enough. The Devil in reverse. Oh, we have two. Why? Okay, two of them. The Ten of Cups and the Nine of Cups. Wow. Okay. Happiness, fulfillment, reward underneath this devil. Interesting. Dark Moon, maturation, growing up, introspection, know thyself. And discover your life purpose. Number 29, which is an 11. Okay, so a lot of new and a lot of old here. It's interesting because I see this Four of Air, which is Four of Swords, and this Four of Cups here. 4 is usually foundation, and this is showing up as taking some time to listen, right? Taking some time for yourself, taking a step back. And 4 of Cups is usually that boredom, kind of like that, or like she's in the water here, just holding up these luxurious pearls, but almost taking a step back from life, kind of. And it's funny because it's underneath the Knight of Swords and the Page of Fire, which is amazing opportunity coming your way. There's a chance to travel, then go take it. If there's a chance to like move into something new, change things up, then do it. It's this duality happening here with you. And there's this feeling of maybe reconnecting with your children, your teenage children, younger children, like 20s, whatever, or younger ones. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's like bonding time with your kids or bonding time with people younger than you to get you back into that spirit of life and living and listening. Because the ego here is showing up. The devil in reverse is showing up as it's time to release this need to control, this need to, this attachment to money, this attachment to status, the attachment to like not having enough. And it's almost like the message is that this swords and this fires, these are very Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, like go with the flow kind of people. Just like live life. Stop thinking about life. Stop like wondering what the next step is. Just like flow. Release this mindset that you don't have enough. Release this mindset that you don't have, that you're not loved, that you're like, you don't know what to do next. And oh my God, if I quit my job, then how are we going to live? And if I do this, and like, it's always the what if syndrome that's keeping you from doing anything. And it's this dark moon introspection, like you're like very like, oh my God, like I feel this energy here for you, Virgo. And that's why it's like, take a moment and a pause, step back and listen to the silence, not to the chaos, because if there's chaos, then you got to switch it up again. Because to me, 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups showing up, Pisces energy, is happiness, fulfillment, love is waiting for you. Family, joy, abundance, it's all here for you. And your only homework is to release yourself from this need to have a perfect life, this need to have this belief system that the government, anything has a control over you, or the banks or whatever. This release from your ego. The ego is telling you that you need to survive, you need to have this needs to happen to you, that this is the way a partner should love you, that like all these shoulds and freaking obligations, and let it go. That's that feeling here. Discover your life purpose. Exactly. What's your life purpose? Is just to be. There's no freaking life where I need to heal, I need to do this. No, you don't need to do anything. Just trust the plan. Release yourself from all burdens. Release yourself from all limitations, boundaries, and just be. And trust that where you're going is the right place, even though it's uncomfortable right now. But uncomfortable is where you need to be. You're too much in your heads, Virgo. And that's what this is. It's like, go be with yourself. Go be with your children, with your friends, your family. Enjoy life again. You're always like so busy wondering how the next dollar is going to be made, and wondering how does he love me? This is what is like just so many like questions in your head, and it's like, stop talking. Just listen. It's like listening without asking questions. Just getting quiet. Getting your mind quiet. And get ready for happiness to just flow in. I really feel like this is like take some time off, Virgo. Take some time for your mind. Take some time for life. Reconnect with younger people, your children, family. Reconnect with passions that you've let go because they were not practical. Go back to what it is that you really want to do with your life, and watch the opportunities open up, and watch the pathways open up for you, because you've lost yourself a little bit. You've lost yourself in your mind that this can happen, this is what's happening, blah, blah, blah. And go back to your inner knowing, and just trusting. For me, the listening card is the only card I need to say here, because it's really listen into you, the little voice in your head that's saying, what are you doing, right? Kind of like, why are you so stressed? Go travel, go, like if an opportunity lands on your lap to do something that you've always been passionate about, do it. Stop thinking about, well, what, I don't have enough money to do it, I don't have enough to do this, and it's just like, let things slide, let things go, and just be. For me, 10 of Cups, 9 of Cups is the best cards in the freaking like deck. Is like things are looking your way. Your relationship is going to thrive because of this. Your family is going to thrive. Your friends, yourself. You're not giving yourself the time to just be. So a message for Virgo, please. Divine guidance. This monk. Divine guardian. I say guidance. Do not be nervous today or tonight. The path you are on will lead you just right. If you can see that. Very nice. To me, that's like a path opening up for sure for you. I see it very clearly with this Page of Fire. Even this 10 of Cups showing to me. There's like these stairs, this way, this like innovative, inspirational way. Something glorious is here for you. But you're so much in your head that you don't even see it. You're so bogged down with your mind and your emotions and your like vision that I had this all set up in my mind and it's not working out because it's not part of your plan. So let it go. And maybe it is going to happen, but let it happen when it's supposed to happen and stop organizing your life. Because I'm telling you right now, you could do all the freaking to-do lists and or calendars that you want, and maybe some things happen the way you want them, but energetically they will happen when it's the right time for you, because we force things to happen and then they fail and they're like, I don't know why it didn't happen like that. This is like, I knew it was going to happen, but yeah, because you wanted it to happen in July and you made everything that possible to happen in July, but maybe the divine wanted it to happen in October. That's what I mean by trusting the plan. No control. It means no control. It means releasing all of that and trusting. So something beautiful is coming your way. I feel it, but it's only going to find its way if you unshackle and unhandcuff yourself from the outcome. So listen to yourself. I love you, and this is your message of the week. Check your rising in your moon for other messages, or like, share, comment, subscribe, and super thanks me if you can. All right, my beautifuls. I will see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Libra. We got Solitude. This card is like a very interesting card to me because it has that feeling of a lighthouse, but it's not really a lighthouse. I don't really see a light, but there's a light lamppost right next to it, and it's on this marshy area of land. It's like almost swampy, you know. And it's like a half moon, you know, on its way to the full moon. It's like a very could be ominous, but there's a lot of light in here that shows to me that there is some light in the darkness that you're feeling at this moment in time. So Libra has been going through some interesting energy here, where there is this like a little ominous energy following you. You're on this path where you're trying to detach yourself from a comfort zone and moving into something uncomfortable, but like if you listen to my intros, we're going through a storm to get to the light, right? We need to go to the dark to get to the light, kind of thing. Or do we have to go to the light to get to the dark? Whatever it is, it's all the same. And I feel here like there's a fear of being alone, like being lonely. But being alone is different, right? It's like, I don't know. I just feel like there's this, like this structure is like, looks like it's run down, but it's still holding on. And the light is shining on and say, yes, you're not alone in this. You might be feeling like that, but you're not. You know, but your job is to find your way to solitude. It's like the Hermit card. You know, it's finding your way to that leader in the dark. And you still haven't quite found yourself because you're still attaching to someone or something. So let's see. We have the Justice card, which is divorce, separation, negotiations, job, something, but most relationship. Seven of Swords, lying, cheating, dishonesty. It could be an ugly divorce here or an ugly separation happening. There's the Empress card, which is like a mother energy. The Knight of Cups, this new love showing up here. The Hangman, a different perspective, looking at things differently, which is very Libra of you, and it's a Pisces energy though. And the Hermit, solitude. The Virgo energy is the light in the dark. Love it. The Merlin, guidance, mentorship, teacher of the old ways. The Magician card showing up for you. And patience. So, what a very interesting energy here for you, Librans. There's definitely a new relationship on its way for you, or an existing one that's just solidifying, but I don't feel like it's an existing one. I feel like there's a new lover coming in. So I don't know what that means for you. It could be a Pisces. There's a very uncomfortable feeling here because the Justice is showing with the Seven of Swords. So like, obviously not every single Libran on the planet or is watching me is going through a divorce or separation. But if you are, or a breakup, it's not pleasant at all. There's like discovery that someone has been holding you back, cheating, lying, stealing from you. There's just this feeling of that. You could be doing that to them, who knows? But there's a feeling of, like, it's icky to me. It's not couth, right? It could also be someone stealing ideas, work ideas, people taking your ideas and running with them. There could be, like, there's something very unbalanced here. You know, maybe you need to sign a contract. You gotta check dot the I's and cross the T's. You gotta check everything, Libra. Right now I'm seeing, like, if it's a marriage contract, if it's a business contract, there's something that's fishy here. I mean, when I see the Seven of Swords, the Knight of Cups, the Empress, could be like cheating, right? Literally. That's why you have to just, I don't know, like, be careful. It could be another, maybe someone else, could be an ex coming in, trying to cause havoc in a new relationship that you're in. Could be, I don't know, I just feel like there's someone that is, because justice to me is truth, and if the Seven of Swords is here, it means lies. So someone is hiding the truth, someone is embellishing the truth with the Empress here. Someone is showing a lot of love towards you, but actually there's like an underlying thing. I know it sounds scary and ominous, but I feel like that I need to share this message with some of you. So please be careful. They could be in cahoots with your parents, like your mother. Could be in cahoots with a woman in your life that you need to pay attention to. Could be a wife, a partner who's been with someone that's younger than them. It's possible. Or who's going to take your child. I just need you to be careful to whoever this is relevant to at this moment in time. If this is not resonating at all with you, there could be a contractual a negotiation or something gone wrong that's going awry, like just to pay attention to it. And then there's this like side of it is like that you maybe broken up with someone or something in your life, and you're meeting someone new, and it's all part of the plan. Like you're supposed to be feeling like crap. You're supposed to be feeling alone here and cheated on or lied to, so that you could open up the path for this new person to come in. Or it could be self-love. Whatever this is, it's almost like the Hangman, the Hermit, Patience, it's just like a Temperance card, is like coming in saying, whatever happened, however you're feeling, whatever has come across your life and is making you uncomfortable, know that it's there for a reason, Libra. It's made you uncomfortable so that you could find that light that's within you. You could be that leader. You could find that leadership within you so that you could lead the way onto a new path. Like this is like looking at things in a different way. Like it's almost like the shit had to hit the fan for you to be able to sit back and observe and say, okay, I was never going to leave this relationship and this had to happen. I was never going to leave this job and this had to happen. I was never going to leave this family because this had, something like uncomfortable had to happen for you to be like aware, to step into the awareness of it. And instead of being sad or being like hurtful or feeling betrayed about it, it's time to be grateful to that person who has made you feel like this. That person who has created this drama in your life. Who has made you face up to the fact that, why am I still in this relationship? This is not even working out for me. What am I doing? Why am I in this job? Why am I living in this house? What am I, like, whatever. It could happen like someone, your concierge, your janitor, or your whatever is like, or your neighbor is causing like a pain for you in your condo or your house. And it's just like, this is the wake-up call. We don't see it, and it's there in our faces. This is your wake-up call to get out, to go somewhere else, to choose new. This is the like observer moment. I'm like, oh, okay. I was supposed to feel alone on this island so that I could get to this hermit mode. So I can get to this empress mode. So I can meet the empress. I can be the empress. That I could meet my new soulmate. That I could meet this person in my life to bring me back the confidence that I needed. But otherwise, I would never have, because I would have just stayed out of fear, out of insecurity, out of anxiety, out of manipulation, guilt, all of it. But now it's like, no, Libra, we need you out. We need you to get out of here. Because there's something else waiting for you on the other side of it, but you're never going to find it if you just stay in the same place. Because you, in the end, are the Merlin. You're the magician. You have the ability to change your life. You have the ability to be the leader in the dark. You have the ability to have, like, be in love. You have the ability to be loved. Like it's just this, you are the mentor, you are the ascended master, you are all of it. Now act like it, right? You are divine. Stop talking that you are the source and the energy and I am this, and not acting. Like, you know, not mimicking what you're saying. For me, I feel like there's like this Justice and Seven of Swords is so meaningful to me here, because it's like you are going to be or already are presented with a very uncomfortable situation, that someone has hurt you, betrayed you, lied to you, abused you in a certain way. So, very, very not pleasant at all. But it's exactly where you need to be. And you know, you could like hate on me right now, but this discomfort is what's going to take you to the next level. It's going to take you to the next jump in the timeline. It's going to raise your frequency. It's going to get you closer to your soulmate. It's going to get you closer to the next step in your journey. But unless you make that jump, you will just remain alone on this island. You're never alone, by the way. I just want you to know that. You're never, ever freaking alone. Even if you feel like you're alone, you're never alone, because all you need to do is reach out in your heart, telepathically speak to us. We'll be here. But to me, it's kind of cool that we have the overall as this hermit, and that the future is the hermit. It's like you end up being alone anyways, but doesn't mean that you're not surrounded by people, but you end up being alone, comfortable in your uncomfortable, in your knowing that you don't need anyone to make you feel whole. You don't need anyone to guide you anywhere. You don't need to be in that relationship, especially if it's uncomfortable. You don't need to be in that course if it's making you uncomfortable. You don't need to be at that work. You need to go where the light is leading you. Your light is leading you. Because you are the magician. Plain and simple. You are the empress or the emperor, whoever's watching this. You have a soulmate waiting for you. And I'm not saying you could be in a very happy relationship right now. It could be a soulmate that is not romantic. Someone who is here ready to boost your morale, boost your energy. To me, something is waiting for you on the other end of this discomfort, this chaotic moment in your life. But you need to come face to face to this chaos and accept it, and like stand in the awareness of it and say thank you for the ugly. It's time to move. Wow, man. Okay, Libra, what is a final message for my beautiful Librans? No. All right. Morning memory. Its healing gift runs a destined course. The morning dawn, our inspired source. Meditate under the sun. All right. Okay. All right. Perhaps take a walk tomorrow morning, or whenever you're reading, or if it's morning right now, go out there and put your face in the sun. Maybe you're going to get, for me, answers come to me in the sun. Answers come to me wherever you are. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a specific thing, but this one is interesting. Let me see if there's another message, because it's very specific to me. Birth. This looks like no, I don't know. I thought Petra, but it doesn't mean that. Another gateway appears in view. New life is unfolding with blessings to you. That's better. Right? In the morning is a new dawn. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. This feels like that's what this is happening here. There's something new coming for you, Libra, but you need to move through the discomfort to get to that. And some of you have been going through this for the longest time. I've seen only that. There's someone waiting for you to help you through this. You're not alone in this, but it's also a way for you to look at things differently. All right. These are the messages for you. I hope this resonated. If it didn't, check your rising and your moon. Also, like, comment, subscribe, and excuse me, super thanks me if you can. I love you so much. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Scorpio. We got One Ring Circus. I really like this. I laughed because I was like, One Ring Circus. It's like freaking Scorpio. Like, don't you feel like your life is a circus? At times it's like, yeah, man. So this is like you gaining your independence, and not like in an 18-year-old kind of way. Maybe it is for that, but it's like in a really like coming into your own. Like, it's your circus, right? And you're okay with it. It's freaking crazy for everyone else around you, but you're like, yo, I'm standing in my circus, and this is how I'm going to like lead the circus, kind of thing. I'm like, I might be alone in the ocean, but I know my crazy is kind of thing. And when I say crazy, you know what I mean. I don't mean like you're like cuckoo. Maybe you are, but like, but you've gone through the ups and downs, and now you find yourself at this place in your life where it's time for me to release myself from people. It's time for me to like lead my own life. So let's see what it is that's happening with you. We have the Six of Wands, which is success and victory, freedom, right? The Knight of Cups, new love coming in. Interesting. The Ace of Pentacles, new money, new jobs, new way of like new financial security. What a fucking amazing thing. Seven of Cups, Scorpio energy. Oh my God, 7 different ideas in your head. Like, this is good. Emperor, Aries energy. Control, father, grandfather, heavy hand, someone you can rely on. I don't know. Maybe it could be something else. Let's see. The Two of Pentacles. Again, choices, choices, choices. What is this? Sorry. Oh, this is an advice. I remember this was weird. Okay. The Beauty and the Beast, unconditional love. Sorry, there's like a glare. Okay, here we go. This is an advice card. Is the Three of Swords in reverse. And the Littlest Fairy. Appreciate the beauty and value of the exquisite and small. Okay. So what is going on here for you, Scorpio? I mean, to me, it feels like this One Ring Circus has taken on, like you're up leveling in your life. You're like Three of Swords coming in as the advice speaks to me of you recognizing that there are these ups and downs, recognizing that there is still like a little victim consciousness within you, recognizing that there is still rejection, judgment, self-sabotage, like all of that, like that little hidden trauma or whatever discomfort that's coming up, sadness, grief, recognizing that it's still there. It's not like you can have a One Ring Circus, you can have the whatever you want, you can be on your island alone, but these emotions, these triggers, they're still coming up. And it's like unconditional love is the answer to everything. Like how you're feeling, where you're like, what's coming up within you, whether it's coming up and showing in front of you, the face in front of you, or it's you. It's like it doesn't matter, right? It's like you leveling up in the sense that you're standing in the awareness that this is where you need to be. And to me, like the Six of Fire, which is Six of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, I won't even take that. I'll take the Emperor. It's like you sitting on that throne of yours and saying, okay, this is what it means to level up. So once I do stand in the awareness, become the observer, the neutral observer of all this shit that's twirling around me in my circus, then I am not, I don't like control, but I'm in control, kind of. I can sit pretty on my throne and be fully aware that, yes, triggers are endless. They're going to continue like freaking showing up in my face until I am fully forgiving and have been able to fully release them. But this is a constant work. This is constant work, and that's the Emperor, right? The Emperor is like constantly doing the work as well, but he's confident about it. He knows that he's always challenged. There's always challenges coming towards the Emperor, right? That's how he's the king of all kings. But he faces them head on instead of hiding and cowering away. That's the Emperor for me, for you guys. I like it. With this like victory, this success, like some of you are gonna find a new job, find a new passion, a financial opportunity will come in, perhaps there's a hot air ballooning opportunity. Who knows, right? Maybe some of you are gonna take a job on a cruise ship, or you're going to set sail somewhere. I don't know. I'm just looking at the imagery of the card, but literally, I feel like there's something new coming your way, and to grab onto it. Like, be very emperor about it. Don't back down. Don't back down because of fear, insecurity. Like, own your circus. And the Knight of Cups shows up, which is new love. A new love interest, a new passion coming in, new self-love, like loving yourself regardless of all the hang-ups you have, regardless of the insecurities that are still lingering, regardless of the frickin' triggers. And the Seven of Cups, which is you showing up, and the Two of Pentacles, are going to be option. There's going to be like different opportunities showing up. They're going to come in different forms. They might come in people. They might come in like places that you can work in, open up, or like I feel like the opportunities will be unlimited, like in how they're going to show up to you. They could be also people, but it's kind of beautiful because it's the littlest fairy is enjoying the small things in life, right? Like appreciating the beauty and value of the exquisite and the small, but it's like, look at all the little things in life. Like, even if someone just gives you a smile, that's like the divine working towards you, saying, hey, Scorpio, you're loved. You know, don't worry about that trigger that is coming up. Don't worry that you're feeling like shit. Feel the shit. Feel the anger. Feel it all. Like, that's the one ring circus to me for you. It's like you're being you. 100% unequivocally, authentically Scorpio. You. Right? It's like enough apologizing for your crazy and apologizing for it. It's not that a lot of you apologize either for it, but I feel like we do as humans. We want to like kind of conform, and like we want to please. You're a water sign. You're the biggest pleasers, right, of all the signs. And this Three of Swords in reverse is almost saying that you're no longer apologizing for how you react and how you respond to other people, I'm saying, but you are going to apologize to yourself. I feel like your reaction is time for you to step back and observe your reactions. And that's the one ring circus for me. It's like you in the middle of your chaos and your happiness. You just in the middle, it's your circus. So it's like, who cares what everybody else thinks about your circus and how you're going about and how you're mending your fences and how you're creating and building relationships. And like, it's like you're like done. But you're doing it with compassion for yourself as well as compassion to others, because others might react in an unfavorable way to you, but it doesn't matter. It's like you finding a way to shut yourself out from that. To me, I only see opportunity here. I see like a mending of the fences, perhaps with a father figure or someone that is authoritative in your life. To you becoming the authority in your life, you taking responsibility, accountability for your past choices, past decisions, and you just owning it. There's like, if you're single, there could be love coming in. Could be someone, also an emperor, ace of earth, someone who's financially stable. There's just so many different paths here that are taking, but it feels to me very fulfilling, freeing, open. But at the same time, the Seven of Cups and the Two of Pentacles is like, there could be so many opportunities showing up and you're going to be like a little bit confused. Just show love to yourself. Watch how you react. Step back, do the observer little thing. Take those small steps and magnify them and say, okay, yes, I got over that. Clap for your fucking hands. Pat yourselves on the back, Scorpio. Next. Show yourself this love. Like, I almost feel like the Emperor does that. The Emperor, as much as he takes care of the Empress, he takes care of himself as well, right? He takes responsibility for his actions and he takes responsibility for himself as well. You might be choosing between whether to be controlled or in control. That could be interesting too. I just feel like there's an opening, a path. Paths. I can't say that with my teeth. Paths opening up for you, and being open to these changes coming towards you, and being compassionate towards yourself. And with this little fairy here showing up, for me, the steps don't feel magnanimous. Like, they feel like small steps are going to get you there to where you need to be. And embrace that and accept that and enjoy those small steps instead of saying, oh my God, it's going to take me forever to get here, or just stop it, right? Just stop it. Stop analyzing and trying to understand how you get there, what is happening, all the blah blah. Just stop. Nomad. Oops, this is the card. Like a door in the mountain, which is kind of cool. The nomadic wanderer lies deep inside, so take the leap now. Don't crawl back and hide. All right, Scorpio, take the leap. When something is calling, go for it. It will be successful. You will be victorious. Go, even if it's a man or a woman showing up, it feels good to me. If it's an opportunity in a work, a job, a project, a business, go for it. It's kind of step away from your usual analytical self and your oh my God, dark self, oh my God, if I just be air sign more. Go, just jump and do. That's what I'm seeing here. And have love and compassion for yourself as you do. I see a scenario here, there could be someone coming in vying for your love, and then an older man shows up, and then you have to make a choice between two. That's why I see that too. Or could be you have a younger and an older kind of situation, or it could be an ex showing up. and causing like problems for you. But that I'm gonna leave you with that. You're gonna be like, what the F, Sabrina? Let it go, let it flow, man. It's your circus. Enjoy it. Do it as you wish, this kind of thing. You be the clown, you be the acrobat, you be it all. Understand? Like, enjoy life. All right, Scorpio, this is your message. Check your rising and your moon for other messages. Also like, share, comment, subscribe, and super thanks if you can. I will see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Sagittarius. So we have coming apart. 4610, new beginning. Coming apart is, I kind of like this actually a lot. The more and more I look at this, it feels like what is happening out there. You know, like the world is coming undone so that we can come back, right? And it's funny because Capricorn, the sign after you, has come together. It's almost like cathartic. It's like you come apart to come back together again. And we're all like Sagittarius. Let's talk about Sagittarius now. To me, it's like some of you are maybe have broken up relationships, friendships. Maybe some of you have are putting too much energy into a project, and it's like you have to take a step back. Maybe some of you are working too hard, and you're putting like there's something that has to, that you've put way too much energy, too much thought into, even if you've already like broken up with something, or you know, or you've put so much money, energy, interest into something, and it's just not working. It's like falling apart before your eyes, and you're like, what the fuck, right? And you're like, and it's like the universe is like, listen to this message, pay attention to this, Saggy. Like, not everything has to work out according to your plan. Why do you have to like hold on to this notion that this has to work because you wrote it down in your calendar, kind of thing? Or this has to, you know, like, it's like it came apart, or it's coming apart for a reason. It's just not aligning with you anymore. It doesn't work. You can put as much money, time, energy, whatever, love into something, and it's not ever going to work because it's not supposed to work. And this is where we're at. And like, I don't know if you listen to my intro, but I don't know if I can talk about it here or on Instagram, but I talk about the tornadoes, the natural disasters, everything that's happening in our lives are all mirrors saying it's time to release yourself from these ideas and ideations of how we see things in life. And to me, this is so poetic. I love it. It's a really beautiful card. So let's see. Ooh, okay, you got, it's interesting. Okay. We have the Knight of Swords, which is a Gemini energy. Knight of Swords is like warrior in action, the conqueror warrior, like going for something, traveling, doing. The Strength card, the Leo energy. The Page of Wands. Look at all these beautiful cards. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. New opportunity showing up. Creative expression. Wow, the Queen of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But it's like an Aries, but still fire. King of Wands, people in the house. It's a Leo. Aries, Sagittarius. Like, what the frick? I didn't know if I showed you, if I can hear. And the Three of Wands. Like, I can't even. Three of Wands is freaking Aries. Okay. Fire, 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 fire. And little Gemini here. Right? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, if you want. But not to say anything, but we have a page, a knight, a king, a queen, a strength card, and a 3. I mean, this is like a massive transition happening in your life right now. It's like, could be with children, it could be people younger than you, it could be a couple, it could be like a parent, it could be everything. All the relationships you have, because these are pages are younger than you, or it could be the child in you. The knight is a teenager, 20 years old, someone again younger than you. The king is usually like a partner or your father energy, and the queen is the mother, you energy. This is a whole family here. It could be your family, it could be others, it could be your romantic relationship, it could be your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, it could be cousins, friends, whatever it is. So you understand, right? I'm just like putting them out there. You'll know when I'm talking about who these are in your life. But the strength card and the Three of Wands are the action cards kind of thing. The strength is asking you to be brave and courageous and realize that maybe this relationship has to break apart for you to move forward. Maybe you're a daughter or a son to a father and a mother, and it's just not working out. Maybe you are maybe your children is not aligning with you anymore. Your partnerships are not aligning. Your friendships are not aligning, and this, whatever it is, there's something that's coming apart. And I almost lost it. And you're coming apart. And it's like uncomfortable for you, Saggy. And you're like, oh, no, I want to hold on. I want to hold on. And the strength card is like, no, you're not holding on. Be courageous. Let it go. Stop holding on to that which is not working and aligning for you anymore. Because the Three of Wands is the Three of Wands, right? I'm sure you've already been here and I've discussed it with you, but the Three of Wands is like the Two of Wands. The Emperor gets to a crossroads and has to make a decision whether he's going to go marry the Empress. And by the Three of Wands, he's already made his decision and he's going to marry her, right? And the Four of Wands, they are happily married. Here, it's like the decision has been made, whether it's energetic or not, but it's like, or maybe you've already made this decision, but you're falling back on the what ifs, and you're falling back and like, well, maybe I should go back, or maybe I was rash about it, or maybe like you're rethinking. You're freaking rethinking. Stop rethinking, Saggy. To me, there's like a coming together. Maybe there's a new partnership coming in, and it's a great thing. So let's see. I didn't even turn these over. Midnight Prince, ask for what you want, be honest. Fucking love it. Help from above, number 9. End of a journey. This is a 7. Interesting. And sexuality. Interesting. Wow. You know, when I saw sexuality, it almost speaks of maybe some of your relationships are based on that, and there's just so much more, right? And because sexuality has been, what's the word I'm looking for? Propagandized. You know, it has been like pushed onto us, because it's programmed onto us that it's like, if you look at movies or TV shows, it's like right away people just jump into bed and it's all about sex. And if you take out sexuality from your relationship, what do you have? What if you have like a solid, like, that's why it's, for me, the sexuality is like, sexuality is very sacred, and we've forgotten how sacred it is. So are you able to be in your relationship without this sex? And that's how you see the strength of a relationship, because sex is like, the way we do it now is just covering up of feelings. It's just covering up who we are, truly are, the essence of who we are. It's really interesting to me here. It's like there is a huge you're going through a huge metamorphosis. You're like, literally, like, we've been seeing transition for you, and you're literally coming out of that cocoon again. Because some of you might be stuck in the cocoon now with relationships. Maybe some of you don't even, like, are being, like, you're having to face that brother, sister, that mother, father, that mother, child, that or father, child, whatever, parent, child, the friend, the best friend, the partner, the teacher, student, whatever it is, worker, boss, thing, colleague, all the freaking relationships are coming up here. And some of you are feeling uncomfortable in them, and you're needing to release yourself from them, and you can't because you feel like this need to be there because, well, we're tied in a family way, or we're tied in like, and that's again just like propaganda. That's like a program. Just because they're in this lifetime, they're your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your aunt, your uncle, doesn't mean that they are, right? It's just like, oh, that's why they're not there for that reason. They weren't there to protect you and nourish you. No, they're not there for that, because you can do all of this on your own. It's just you forgot how to do it. And now this is coming up. And you're realizing, oh, my mother came into my life because she was to show me the ugly inside me. Awesome. Thank you, Mom. Even though, whatever. My dad was in my life because he was to show me that, whatever, my relationship to money. My sister's in my life to show me this. My brother's in my life to show me this. My boyfriend came in my life. My husband came into my life to show me that I don't need anybody. I can do this on my own, alone, whatever. This is coming up for you. This is the coming apart for you. Is you realizing that you are alone. You came in alone. You are alone. And whatever there is around you, beautiful relationships that you have around you, beautiful, but you're not attached to these relationships. You don't need these relationships. This is the like coming apart of humanity, is realizing that it's ending the dependency that we have on every single person in our life. And realizing you can do this on your own, and you have help from above and below and around, which is you. And getting really honest with yourself as to what it is that you really want. And I really feel like I really feel like because you see, they all come out as these queen, king, page, knight, 111, right? They're all alone on these journeys. We as humans have created this, bringing these together as a family unit, keeping everyone dependent on each other, everyone having their role, everyone create. But you don't come in as a family. You come in as a soul family, but you're many souls. You're not a mother, a father, a child. You don't come in like that. You come in as a light, one, which is all. And here in this life that we're living, we are being like, we're forced to attach ourselves to these roles. And we are feeling guilty about detaching from their roles. Right? Like, well, I can't do this. It's my mother. But she is like this, and I like, you know, and it's like, wow, okay. But if it was someone that wasn't your mother who's doing that to you, then it would be okay. Because everybody is one. Whether it's your mother who's taking that label, or that, like I said in another one, a fruit vendor, we're all still one. So for me, beautifuls, Saggies, you're being asked to look at every single person in your life. What do they bring to you? How do they make you feel? How do you like, is it just a sexual thing? Is it just a very surface thing for me? Is it something that like I really want to carry forward in my life? Is it, has it come apart and I'm trying to fix it to bring it back together? Is it time for it to come apart? You know, it's like asking yourself the real questions, like being honest with yourself about every single person in your life. Woo-hoo, this is lots of work, my beautiful Saggies. It's freaking work that you need to do, by the way. We all need to do this work. So, regardless. All right. Let's get a message for Sagittarius, please. Wow. This is your doorway. Heart healing. Mourning, like grief, now has had its time. Do not pay it a single dime. Emerge from the darkness. A new day starts. Excuse me. Let light embrace the healing heart. It's so freaking amazing because this is mourning. You're mourning the loss of whatever this role is, whatever this relationship is that is holding you back from moving forward. The strength card is like, pick yourself up. Don't attach yourself to these people in your life because they hold a certain role and identity or label, because they are not that. Like, be the observer, step back, be neutral. What role have they played in my life, kind of thing. You could say that. What have they brought into my life? How have I learned from them? Is the lesson learned? Is it now time to run? Or to run, to walk away? Is it now time to detach? Regardless, we shouldn't be attaching to anybody in our life. Nobody completes us because we are complete. Not even your twin flame, not even your soulmate. You are complete. Don't be fooled. The twin flame just has different coding that needs to be, that you need to come together for codes. It's not about love. It's not about romance. It's about coding. So, like here, I feel like there's this huge, this very just getting really honest with yourself about the people in your life and what they, all the lessons that they have brought you, and when it's time to walk away or stay, whatever. But staying in an unattached way. Wow. All right. This is your beautiful message, Saggy. If you would like to go see another one, if this didn't resonate at all, go check your rising and your moon, or just go for other messages. And like, share, comment, subscribe, and super thanks me if you can. I love you so much. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Capricorn. We got come together. This is an 8, right? It's infinity and beyond. I love this. Come together is like new love coming towards you, or it's perhaps a solidification of a bond that's already existing within you, or it's like self-love. To me, come together, we're always thinking it's like lovers, external, someone else that needs to come and complete us, but instead of just you, your two soul, your higher self, your lower self coming together and loving yourself unconditionally. Like, how many humans can say that they love each other unconditionally? Love themselves. Like, yeah, okay. You understand, all right. I'm not gonna no, okay. Let's get into this reading. Sorry, today I'm like all over the place, but whatever, it is what it is. We have 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups is an interesting energy because the 5 of Cups is this like feeling of overwhelm, a little bit of seeing the cup half empty kind of feeling. So, High Priestess is not that feeling. It's an inner knowing feeling. The Magician, I like it. Creating your own dream, people. The 5 of Swords, how interesting. The 5 of Swords is that feeling of vengeance, revenge, like heavy energy. The Hermit, Virgo energy. Well, we have like a Virgo Magician is a Gemini. A High Priestess is a Virgo again. And then the Ace of Wands, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So let's see. And then we have Stardust, Premonition, Galactic Communication, Beginnings and Endings. Okay. Let's push this over to the side here. We have Little Boy Blue, which is Dreams Come True, Return of the Soul. Could be also a little baby coming. And then we have, ooh, look at her, Pride. She's kind of scary, but it's fine. Pride is ego. So, you know, everyone's like, oh, I'm proud, and people are proud to be proud, but pride is just like listening to this instead of listening to your soul, which is interesting because the soul is here. So what's happening here? The coming together is like a relationship that's starting with yourself, with someone else, and there is the 5 of Cups and the 5 of Swords showing up here. And Pride. Let's take them all, the 3 of them. This feeling of, like you see the way it's showing with the skull and the human face, it's like holding back from expressing yourself fully, keeping your feelings inside, you know, like unsure of how to talk, unsure how to express yourself. It's like you're almost doing yourself a disservice, Capricorn, from holding back. You're holding your tongue, not able to talk to someone, not able to communicate your true feelings to somebody. Your pride is getting in the way, right? Your ego is getting in the way. You're feeling like they don't deserve this. They don't, like, I don't deserve, like this, all this, like the deserving bullshit, because deserving is all pride. It's all ego. We all, like, no one deserves anything because we are all it, right? Because we are all beautiful beings of light, full of love. So, like, he doesn't show me respect. I don't, like, with all these expectations, all these, like, whatever. It's all, like, BS. And here you're in it a little bit, which is interesting. I kind of like it. Because that old part of you is showing up here. This old part of Capricorn that, like, I've done something for you, and why aren't you returning that for me? I'm this like high expectations, high, like you have a higher regard for people, right? You want people to be exactly like you. You want people to react like you, to respond like you, but no one is you. We are all one, but we are all still different in how we react and how we respond. And by you putting that expectations, you're going to always feel at a loss. But also, I'm getting a different message. It's really interesting. I'm getting a message that you want to say something to somebody and you're holding back, and it's just killing you inside. And you're not expressing it because of pride, and you're not expressing it because you feel like they should be the ones to come to you, or, you know, like you have it all like set up in your mind how it should look like. All the shoulds is like throw them out the window. Because the Magician and the High Priestess, these cards are like boom. This is the first, like the Fool takes the journey, right, to find his purpose, and he meets the Magician, and then he meets the High Priestess, the 1 and the 2. The Magician tells them, you have all the tools, right? You have the wand of the fire. You have what's this? You have the sword of the air. You have the coin from the pentacles, the earth signs, and you have the cup from the water, right? You have all of these tools at your service, and you're not using them. You can create the life you want, but yet you're holding on for other people to guide you. You're holding back from telling people exactly how you feel, because what if, like, he's gonna feel bad, or how am I gonna be? And you're thinking too much. Where the magician and the high priestess don't think, they just know. They're like, okay, boom, like the magician's like, at a flick of a switch, I can just create my life. Boom. This is what I want. Boom. The high priestess like doesn't even have to use a tool. She just knows. She just listens to herself. She just trusts her instinct. She doesn't go through all the blah blah here. Because the 5s are all about extremes. Like thought, thinking, worrying, anxiety, stress, blah, blah, bringing all this crap. These 2 are like not at all this. There is no thought process involved in their lives, in the way they lead their lives. They just trust themselves. They ask themselves, do I stay in this relationship? Yes. Do I leave this relationship? Yes. You know, like whatever it is. Do I start this project? Yes. Do I start and get a new job? Yes. Like, boom. And the Hermit shows up. Which could mean something's interesting to me, because the coming together is like this new love coming in towards you, and yet the Hermit is here, which is a solitary, like I can't say, a single person. Alone. The High Priestess is a single person alone. The Magician is a single person. It's not like these are not people like the Magician and the High Priestess do not go together. He's super independent, doing his own thing, dreaming his own dreams. She's super independent, living her life with her inner wisdom. The Hermit is leading the way in the dark on his own because he trusts his inner wisdom. When the time is right, he or she will go and get that, like, will take advantage of the opportunity that's showing up for him or her. The Ace of Fire feels like there is like a lover perhaps waiting on the other side of all this crap. There is like a new job opportunity, a new house waiting for you, a travel plans, like a new plan, like new path opening up, like a beginning. That's what the Ace of Wands is waiting for you on the other side of this. I love it, actually. On the other side of this is like you in the moment in time, worrying, scared, full of fear and anxiety, like, will I make it? I don't know what to do. Does he love me? Does she love me? Do I do something? Do I say something? I'm not going to say something. Fuck them, because I have too much pride. I'm not going to like stoop down to their level. All this blah, blah. It's all blah, blah. It's all ego that keeps you from being your true essence. Like, look at this money. She's bugged. Everyone that bugs you, everything, like everyone around you is all this. This is all you fighting with yourself and fighting with other people because of pride, because of ego, because of that. And then it's like hilarious. I kind of like this. And then the Magician, the High Priestess, and the Hermit are like, yo, man, are you for real, Capricorn, right now? You don't need anyone. You don't need not one person to bring you to this new beginning. This new lover, this new partner, this new job, this new home, this new hobby, this new spiritual journey, this new love for life, love for self. Nobody can bring you here except you. And trust in you. The trust that you are that resourceful magician. That with all the tools that you have in front of you, you can satisfy your life. That you are the leader of your own life. That you are the creator of your own dream. That any coming together is because you, not because of someone else. It's not because of like circumstances. It's because you have created this for yourself. At the right time, at the right place, with the right person, or with nobody, just you. And that's that feeling here. And this is like stardust. You are a fucking star. Like, believe it or not, you're a light. This is the stardust is the beginning and the ending. This is, we begin and we end. It's the same shit. Because with nothing, there is everything. With everything, there is nothing. Beginning and an ending is all the same, right? If you begin at this circle and then you end at this circle, it's the same point, right? If you think about it. If you start at the square and then you end at the same point. So it's like, stop looking at things as like final. Start opening your mind. Stop being so limited. And stop being so full of expectations and full of like, start looking at the mirrors facing you. If you're full of pride, then why? Like, what is reflecting back at you? Why are you so proud? Why can't you just express yourself? Who cares? Who cares what they think? Who cares what they say? It's not important. This is you coming together. You, all facets of you coming together and finding that strength within you to just be you. This is the return of the old soul, which is you. Return of the soul, little boy blue. This also could be for some of you that if you've been trying to have babies, this is a really good omen here, right here. There's baby coming in. But this is dreams coming true because you're releasing yourself from this. You're not shackling yourself to any of these feelings, emotions, people that bring you down. Relationships, you're staying because that's what I should do. You're people pleasing. You're doing all the things. And when you have these freaking phenomenal, like 129 people, High Priestess, Virgo, Hermit, Magician, these are like loners doing what they need to do. And it doesn't mean that when I say they're loners, I feel like some of you need to be, you could be in a relationship, but everything you do is because you have chosen to do this. Not because your husband or your wife has said this is the right way to do and you're going to follow them. What is your authenticity, your truth? Follow that, my beautiful Capricorn who's watching this, because when you do, this is what begins. Something completely fresh and new is waiting for you to finally stand on your own. Woo-hoo! And not hold on to like your partner, not hold on to what everyone else is saying to you to do because. And not holding back from who you are because. It's like, I don't know, man. There's something huge waiting for you. And it's so interesting. It's 26 and 35. They're both 8s. Isn't there an 8 here? And that's an 8. Wow. 8. Infinity. Forever. It's like power. Take your power back. It's your leadership role. You are playing some freaking linear 3D game over here of like self-sabotaging, being angry with yourself, being angry with everybody else, like, you know, like this vengeance feeling, this feeling of like manipulation a little bit, this feeling of victimhood, poor me, look at all the work I give, look at the work I do, look at the thing. And it's like, no, the divine sees everything you do. Enough with your victimhood. Because the only person who is giving you karma points is the divine. So let it go. And they see you. If you're seeking for validation or seeking for approval or points or brownie points from the people around you, that means you're attached to these people. And the whole goal is to be unattached. That's that whole idea of these 3 here showing up. The Hermit, the Magician, and the High Priestess. They're not attached to anyone, to any emotion, to anything, to any place. They are, put them in the middle of the mountain, put them in the middle of the ocean, put them in it, and they're fine. Because they trust the plan. They trust that they can use whatever tools that they have in front of them, whether it's water, earth, air, or fire. We are given elements for a reason so that we can survive. And the elements are either physical elements or they are attached to some sort of way of being. And it's to harness and embrace all of that. And for you, Capricorn, it's time to step into this new and to trust yourself. Something new is on its way. Wow, what a beautiful freaking reading. I came alive with this, Capricorn. Thank you. It took me 10 signs to come alive. Thank you. All right, so one last message for Capricorn. Secret sketches. Interesting. This could be anywhere in Europe or anywhere in the world, really. Wander and seek the familiar and friendly kind. Draw memories and sketches for others to find. Interesting. I just feel like this is like a message to some of you that like are traveling or you're expanding your memory. Like, why not draw your dreams? Why not draw, like, I'm not going to take another one, actually. Like, get creative a little bit, Capricorn. I know it's hard for you because you're always stuck in, like, your work or whatever, but, like, wander your dream world a little bit. Sketch it out. You don't have to sell it and stuff like that. It's more like for you to, like, learn how expansive you really are, how you can manifest your love life and how you can manifest your work life by drawing it out, by visualizing, by going into a dream world and creating it in your mind. I love it, actually. Yes. It's so much, we're so much more powerful than you think. You can actually telepathically speak to people. You can even ask people, can you talk to me tomorrow and say this kind of thing. That's how powerful you are. So you can manifest whatever it is you want in your life with the power of you. All right, my beautifuls. Something exciting coming your way. The only way it comes in if you let go of all expectation, let go of all attachment, and let love flow in, let the job flow in, let the money flow in, let the abundance flow in, and trust. Step away from that which is holding you back from being you. All right, my beautiful Capricorn. I love you. I'll see you next week. Check your rising and your moon for other messages, and like, share, comment, subscribe, and super thanks me if you can. All right, bye. Hello, my beautiful Aquarius. We got Protecting Treasure, 39. You see she's on this treasure chest full of money, under an umbrella with the little bird on top, and there's a rainbow coming through the storm clouds. There's like mushrooms here. Everything denotes growth and abundance, and yet like her head is down and she feels a little bit alone in this. She feels like she's protected. She feels like she's abundant. She feels like there's love. She feels like there's a lot of things happening. But there is like this feeling of I don't know. I feel like she's. It's like an interesting energy here. It almost feels like you're. You know you have everything going for you. You know there's a lot around you, but yet, for me, you feel alone in this world. So let me see what's going on here. Let's see what's going on. We have the Magician, which is a Gemini energy, but the Magician is like using your resources to create a new dream. So let's see. We have the Page of Swords, which is you, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. The Ace of Swords, which is same idea. Wow, these are big cards. The Page of Coins, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. With the Star, which is you, babies, Aquarius. The Hierophant, which is a Taurus. And the Two of Coins. It's so interesting. You have these like boom cards, and then you have the Two of Coins. I'm freaking, what am I doing? Right? Okay, one second. Ooh, look at all these cards. You have the Child of the Moon, forgiveness, transcending the ego. Cry for nature, mourning for something sacred which seems lost. Love. And dreams. Okay, all over the place. Like my Aquarius. All right, let's see. What is going on here? Definitely something. Let me look. I feel like there's something new coming in for you. New way of expressing yourself, a new job, a new hobby, a new vocation. Communication is key here. But love is here as well. Forgiveness is here. Saying goodbye to something old. Let's just take the Magician. The Magician is taking all these resources and creating something completely new with, trusting your journey, manifesting whatever it is that you want. The Page of Swords, same idea. It's like the Page of Swords and the Ace of Swords are kind of the same card. This is like more standing in your truth, expressing, being very clear as how you're feeling. The Page of Swords is this feeling of starting like communication, but starting something like new within the media, like writing your own story, singing your own story, drawing it, painting it, finding a medium to express yourself. Because I feel like you have a lot to say. Okay? There's something that's within you. The Hierophant energy usually is like very rigid and stuck energy, but here it's like, look at her. She's fierce, warrior, freedom. She's still behind the altar kind of thing. So there's still kind of that fixed nature of you, but that's who you are too. Could also be a Taurus that you need to express to, you need to reach out to, you need to collaborate with. Doesn't have to be, of course, but or someone that's spiritual, someone that is going to take you to the next level. This is you, Star, who is the revolutionary. Like I really feel like this is very potent here. It's a new level of expression, a new level of communication, almost like telepathic, almost very stepping outside of the norm. Interesting. And making something of, like being actually abundant about it, like profitable about it. So that's kind of what it is. It's really interesting to me. I'm just going to stick with that, and then we're going to get into the love. But for me, there's something here, writing a book, creating a new project, starting something exciting, but maybe with like an earth sign, someone that is more entrepreneurial, you know, someone who can bring you back down to earth kind of thing. That's what I'm feeling here. I just feel like you have a, maybe that's why you're feeling a little, like, it's so interesting because this card is like, everything is working in your favor, Aquarius, and yet you're not feeling grounded. And that's why the Hierophant is showing up. The Hierophant in the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Again, here it's like you are protected and you are, there is help here. And the earth, whether it's an earth sign or another sign that wants to help you through this, there's like support. You have a support system, whether you think or not. Like, who else is holding up the umbrella for you here and shielding you from the rain? You are not alone in this, and yet there's a part of you that feels kind of alone. You feel like every time you speak up, there is like a you know, the cards are not showing this, but it's just really messaging that I'm getting. I really feel like you're being stifled. Your voice is being stifled. Or some of you are afraid to speak up and reach out to certain people. I feel like if you guys are thinking of creating, like doing something, being creative, it's going to be lucrative and profitable for you. There's this cry for nature. Like she's mourning for something sacred, which seems lost, which was you, right? You're mourning for that light that you were. You're mourning for that person that you once were. But there's no point in mourning it anymore in the way I see things. It's like, just let it go. Forgive yourself and transcend the ego. Like, oh, I used to be like this, I used to be like that. Okay, look back and say, wow, that was amazing. Bravo for me for being like that. But that's not who I am anymore. We're not even the original OG light that we came in with, right? We're up leveling. We're moving into an unknown, and it's time to forgive yourself for everything that you have said or expressed or done or whatever in the past. Like transcending the ego is like allowing yourself to not be attached to any outcome, expectation, or attached to anything in your life. Even the book that you're going to write and the song that you want to sing and the canvas you want to paint and the relationship you want to create and everything. It's like, fucking let it go. Transcending the ego is becoming nothing and everything, right? It's becoming just you. You're not a magician. You're not an author. You're not a writer. You're not a barista. You're not a chemist. You're not an accountant. You're not a lover. You're not a husband, wife, son, daughter, sister, brother, mother, father. You're not any of these things. You're not Sabrina. You're not Maria. You're not Enza. You're not Nancy. You're not any of these people either. You're not white. You're not black. You're not brown. You're not yellow. You're not any of that. You are light that's having this human experience. And you're enjoying every single experiment and experience as the white, the blue-eyed, as the Italian, as the this. You're as that. But I'm not attaching to myself, which we all have. Me too. I have attached all these labels. And this is what's happening here for you, Aquarius. It's like you're freeing yourself. You're trying to anyways. We are in this process of freeing ourselves and realizing how much power we have. And getting really, really truthful and honest with ourselves. Knowing that when we unattach, then I'm just free to be me. Because I'm not any of these things. I'm just is, right? I is. That's all I gotta say. And there's like this part of you that, and it's okay to want to collaborate with other people, and it's okay to like, it changes the way you do things in life. It changes the way you love. It changes the way you dream. It changes everything because you're not attached to anything anymore. You're not attached to nature. You're not attached to the moons. You're not attached to the tarot reader. You're not attached to anybody, anything. Because you is. I love it. You are. You know what I'm saying? It's like you is. And the Two of Coins is interesting because there's like the Two of Coins is you having to come up like to choose two different paths, two different ideations, two different like opportunities that are going to show up in your life, like, or choosing between me attaching to my ego or me unattaching, or me knowing I'm nothing and knowing I'm everything, which is this one and the same. You know what I'm saying? It's like me knowing that I'm fully abundant and loved and this, and feeling alone and in this journey. And it's okay to feel all these feelings. That's where we like kind of we shoot ourselves in the foot, because we put these expectations of how we should feel and be in situations instead of just being. And for me, there's a clarification coming to you, like things are going to start to get clearer for you, Aquarius, and you're just going to know what paths to take. And you're going to know that this is going to bring in the abundance that the divine wants me to receive. And I'm just going to go with it. And maybe I'll work with, and I'll collaborate with some earth signs, or maybe not, or I'll collaborate with people that are a bit more on my wavelength of frequency, and that's fine. And it's like you're opening the opportunities by creating new dreams. But the most important thing for you to do is to forgive yourself, forgive others. Transcending the ego is what we're doing here on earth. It is the most challenging thing ever, because the ego is what keeps us here. But the ego is never really fully 100% going away until you become a light crystallized body, a diamondized body. So in the meantime, it's working with the ego. But working with it in a way like, if you know it's like making you feel lonely, then you're like, no, I'm alone, but I'm not lonely. And we need to, like, I appreciate you for showing up and showing me what it is, but I'm forgiving and releasing you. It's like a constant work with the ego. But new love looks like it's coming in, 2810, or maybe it's an old love showing up and reuniting yourself with it, right? So there's just a lot. That the child of the moon is a 36, is a 9, let go. 8 is cry of nature. 8 is power, infinity. 3 is creativity, which is like what we're talking about here, like getting creative, getting like letting yourself go, letting yourself just be, letting yourself just like move into the energy that you want to do. Like, do you want to talk to this person? Then talk to this person. Do you want to create this? Then just create it. Stop looking for approval or validation from other people of how you should do things, when you should, all the blah blah, and just do it. And if you want to just like lie underneath the umbrella for a year, then you do. Right? It's just like not following rules. But the magician is here saying that there is some sort of like you have so many resources at your fingertips that you have like this potential to do a lot. So why not take those opportunities that are coming here and go for it? But communication is key. It's time to start talking. It's time to ask for help. Ask for guidance. Ask for support. There's absolutely nothing wrong. We're not here to do things all on our own. That's something like a lot of star seeds and light workers have a hard time with. We're not here to be alone. We're here to ask for help, because we are all together doing this. And the people who trigger you the most are the ones that are the ones to pay attention to, because the ones you're going to be the most grateful for in the end. So this is the door that's showing up for you. A little crack in the door. A cure for longing. Love is happiness, a spark inside. Live deliberately and choose boldly. Then you have arrived. Choose boldly, my dear Aquarians. I don't have to tell you that, but I do have to tell you to communicate boldly and clearly, because a lot of you are holding back from expressing yourself in, when I say express yourself, I don't say in a mean way. Like, I don't know if you know the 4 agreements, but be impeccable with your word means to be very caring, loving, compassionate with your word, not angry and spiteful, and not like I'm the best and you're the dumbest, right? It's like, really watch the way you speak to others and to yourself, and just do whatever it is that's calling your name. Go for it. What are you holding back from? It's time to be free. It's time to dream the dream. Stop protecting things that are like your treasure. You don't have to protect anything. The abundance is yours. Love is yours. Happiness is yours. Freedom is yours. Wow. All right. This is the message. All right. Check your rising and your moon for the messages. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and super thanks me if you can. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Pisces. So I wanted to read to you this card. You're the only one who's getting the explanation. Intention. Your objectives will be fulfilled at this time. Inspired intentions are like magic arrows shot into the sky. The universe is bringing you a gift, showing you that you're hitting your mark. Recognize that you're not the one who has to do all the work. However, others help you co-create reality. You connect to the power of your intention, sending it out into the field. Then allow for synchronicity to work its magic. Perhaps the good intentions of others will inspire you to send out beautiful ones of your own. Own the life you want to lead and live deliberately with clarity and detachment. So to me, intentions always just feel like if you have a good intention, go for it, do it. It's just like, there's this cosmic egg of creation, of fertility, of birthing, new projects, the owl of knowing. And he's holding this like pen in his hand. Is like the pen, the sword of truth kind of thing. It's just like being real. Just wanted to read in the book because to me the intention is different in the way I see that. It's like so. 4 of Swords. All these 4 swords here are saying take chill, relax. If your intention is clear and it's impeccable, then everything will just come out the way it's supposed to come out. Oh, 4 of Swords in a different deck. Interesting. So definitely a lot of you need to be relaxing and resting and chilling this week. The 3 of Pentacles, which is working together. Interesting. 7 of Pentacles is money, impatiently, like being patient about money and something growing. The Hermit. Okay, definitely this week you're not doing anything. And the 7 of Wands. Okay. Then we have Follow Me, Come. This is your invitation to enter the realm of fairy. And Sadness. Interesting. Why is sadness here? Because everything else feels, it doesn't feel like the 4 of Swords, and the Hermit. They all feel to me like you need to take a step back. Look at all the cards, even in the imagery. And take a step back. Go to a spa, rent a chalet, like rent a cottage, take some time off, do whatever. Don't have to go do things. You don't have to spend money either. Just go into the park and take time off for yourself. Like take time to clear your mind. Take time to fully grasp, like fully release yourself from work, from love, from everything. Perhaps there's like some of you feeling sad, you're grieving a relationship, a job, an old story, an old self. You know, and that's a beautiful thing. We are in a destruction mode right now. I feel it so greatly within me. And I kind of like that you have this egg here, this cosmic egg of fertility, of rebirth, birthing in you, starting fresh again. And I feel like that's coming up for you, Pisces. And it's so freaking beautiful because you've been through so much. And it's like you need to take this time for yourself, Pisces. You've been you're too busy working with other people, collaborating, exchanging words, exchanging ideas. Like it's taking a toll on you. You know it too. Like, you don't have to worry about your investments. You don't have to worry about your money. You don't have to worry about your jobs. Nothing. You have nothing to worry about because the Seven of Pentacles is like everything is growing. Everything is building in momentum. Like your investments are making money. There's money being made here. There's just like, stop worrying about this. It's so funny because it's like, take it, like you'll be worried about work. You'll be worried about, it's like there's people, you have very competent people in your life, in your workplace, in your life, in whatever, that are taking care of things. You have nothing to worry about. It's so interesting. And it's like the Seven of Wands, have faith in the steps that are coming, and have faith in what's coming up. Like as you take this time away from heavy workloads, projects, love, whatever, anything, relationship, there's just a lot of you need to release yourself. You know, set the intention that you are needing to take this time off from yourself, from your life, and just reboot yourself, re-clarify, like just clear it all out. It's like a really clear message that everything is taken care of for you already. Even if you don't have a job, like things are working in the background for you. You are leading the way, even if you don't think you are, but you are, and we all know that because the age of Pisces is ending and we're moving into age of Aquarius, and you're like heavy lifting a lot. Have faith. Like Seven of Wands is like, trust the plan, trust that even if things are slow around you right now, trust if things are just like stagnant, or or it's the universe saying, okay, we're bringing stagnancy in right now because you need to freaking relax. You need to enjoy life. You need to sleep 12 hours. You need to it's just like, take the time. Take it now. I really like this actually. And the follow me is like, this is the cover of the box of this fairy oracle deck. For me, it's like, it's almost a little bit like the Hermit card. It's lead the way. She's like, I'm gonna lead you. I'm gonna lead the way, and that's what you need to be doing for yourself. Lead the way to your relaxation, lead the way to your success, to lead the way to your love and abundance. How do you do that? It's by listening to your soul. Your soul is saying, take a step back this week, this month. You're like in a rebirthing stage of your life where you might be shutting down old relationships, old stories, old jobs, old projects. Like there's a stage of new coming your way, and in this moment, instead of harping on it, because we've been seeing that it's been really ugly for you, and now this fresh, it's like taking this time to relax. And that's what it is. It's really simple, this reading this week. It's like you might be grieving the old story, the old relationship, the old thing. You might be, you still be in it, but feel it, acknowledge it, release it, and take that time to get to your peace of mind again, whatever that means for you. It means to travel, then do it. If it means to like take a bath every night, do it. If it means to dip into the water, like do it. Do whatever it is that you need to do, Pisces, because I feel like this is a collapse of an old, and it's moving you into new. And I'm sure next week we'll probably see something that's completely new showing up here. I mean, I don't know, I can't tell you, but I feel like it's a clear indication and a clear message to you to take it low and slow this week, because you're in the middle of a transition. So I'm going to give you one card. Okay. This, which is upside down. No, it's like this. Okay. This is Greece or Italy or the Odyssey. It's Greece. Take in the beauty of country lands and botany. Explore the wonder like a gypsy traveler's odyssey. Okay, they're basically go traveling. Maybe you're gonna go. Maybe some of you are in Greece. Maybe some of you are not. But go out there, do what you need to do. Go walking around in your city, taking pictures of flowers and plants and doors or whatever. Like, be a tourist in your own city. It's just this feeling here to me. It really feels like that. It's like, take the lead in your life. Live life carefree. You're being given an open week of rest and relaxation. Even if some of you are mourning an old story, it's okay. This is the perfect time to do it. This is the message for you, Pisces. Such a light message compared to normal. I love it. All right. I love you so much, Pisces. I will see you next week. Check your rising and your moon for other messages, and also like, share, comment, subscribe, and super thanks me if you can. All right.